Hello and welcome to the Constant Troubles. Thank you for joining us this evening for a evening of Dungeons and Dragons. I'm Nan. I use the pronouns he, him, and I'll be your dungeon master tonight. So let's meet our players and a word from our sponsors.
Hi, I'm Evie. I use she, her pronouns, and I am playing Fluffles, who also uses she, her pronouns. Fluffles is a very adorable wagdoll tabaxi wogue of the soul knife variety. And they are here with her human upholding Gary, who is a common item, to be completely unchaotic and orderly within this party, which I'm sure will go to plan.
Hello, my name is Tom. I use he, him pronouns, as does Elijah. Elijah is a half-orc sorcerer, or a divine sorcerer even, blessed by the gods. Yeah, that's it. Half-orc divine sorcerer. There's nothing else going on here. You can trust me. I'm your friend.
Hi, I'm Scarlett. I'm playing Senna, both of which she, they pronouns. I am a dragon-blooded sorcerer with my brother Elijah, which is also a half-orc. Why would you question such things?
Hello there, my name's Josh. I go by he, him pronouns, and I shall be playing Devrim Stormbeard, who also uses he, him pronouns. Devrim is a dwarven fighter of the runic variety who has travelled over to a place that's not in Faerun, because spoilers, and has been working for somebody called The Constant, and is now meeting up with the others to hopefully guide them somewhere, hopefully, fingers crossed, and not do anything stupid.
Check out our sponsor, Phoenix Dice, for carefully crafted click-clack maths rocks for use in your favourite TTRPGs. Phoenix Dice work with recycled goods, meaning their products and packaging are all made with sustainable materials. You can go to phoenixdice.com to check their entire selection. And if you put !dice into chat, you can enter a raffle for a chance to win some dice of your very own.
We are delighted to be supported by Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms, a Dungeons & Dragons strategy video game that brings D&D characters from novels, adventures, and multiple live streams into a single grand adventure. You can select your heroes and formation and then battle through waves of monsters for free on PC, PlayStation, Xbox, mobile, and Nintendo Switch. And if you put !code into chat, you'll get yourself a free Electrum chest.
Check out our amazing supporters at Elderwood Academy, who make beautifully crafted gaming-themed accessories, including spellbook deck boxes disguised as ancient arcane tomes, hex chest dice boxes, and scroll and codex dice towers and rolling tray pairings. You can make your own with their online designer at elderwoodacademy.com.
Big love to our D20 Club on Patreon. They're great. You're wonderful. We love you so much. And they help us keep the kobolds in line, which is very important. They get up to all sorts of cheeky jam-related activities. Anyway, the D20 Club, they've created a fan Discord where you can come and chat about all things Roll Together. And they've created a wiki page to help you keep track of all of our stories, which you can find at rolltogether.fandom.com. You can join and be as cool as they are from as little as one of your local currencies per month by following the link in chat or in the description below.
We are happy to be using Hero Forge and their fully customizable tabletop minis, which you can see on our overlay. Go check them out at heroforge.com.
We're using D&D Beyond during our games. You can check out our character sheets with ! characters in the Twitch chat below.
You can find us on social media by searching Roll Together RPG or by following the links in chat or in the description below. And if you can't join us live and also want to see any of our previous episodes, you can catch up straight after on YouTube or your favourite podcast provider by searching Roll Together RPG.
Finally, we run queer-friendly tables and encourage and support trans and GNC players and characters in our games. Our players and DM may portray characters that are of a different gender to their own. We aim to avoid misgendering, but acknowledge that it does happen. We welcome corrections, and we have a company policy in place for correcting people on pronouns. Check out !safety in chat for content warnings and some of the safety tools that we use through the TTRPG Safety Toolkit.
bibbidi bobbidi bibbidi boo.
Boo.
I'd like to play with you a game of D&D with my adventures. Fuck, there's 4 of you.
Adventure 3, and also Tom. Hello!
That's what I should have done. Damn it! Hello, and welcome, everyone, to The Constant Troubles, Part 4, Hiding Under the Floor. Because you're in a mine. It worked.
He's not wrong.
And we've gone through a door?
Hey. Time for some more. Thank you very much for joining us for an evening of Dungeons and Dragons. I am Niall, and I use he, him pronouns, and I will be your Donjon Master tonight. Pardon me, sorry, my throat's a little sore. Where we last left off was mid-combat in the mines of Morak, and working for the Constant, they were trying to clear the mines and found out that there was something weird going on, that maybe the mines were being shifted into another plane of existence, you say? Is that what you said? Maybe. Probably what I said last session. Our players were exploring the mines, and there was, 2 possible routes, one through a scary hand tunnel with lots of hands that were grabby, and Fluffles was mainly leading this exploration. Fluffles then went the other way to see Wagwan, and from the top of the mine saw a pit and some yak folk carrying some prisoners further into the mine, and decided, I will kill them all. So thus proceeded the craziest combat ever, where maybe Fluffles might have regretted a little bit.
No regret.
No regret.
But briefly died, or went unconscious, I guess, to death saving throws. Thankfully, Elijah managed to heal our wonderful dwarven friend, and Shafar, who is another one of the Fluffle's wonderful Deck of Many Things rewards, managed to tank a lot of the yaks, where our poor Senna is trying to make their way down slowly and carefully, more importantly. Elijah has made it down and thankfully revived Fluffles, who has also met a black dragonborn with a pistol. Where did he get the pistol, you ask? Well, who knows?
Okay, that's not.
It's very obvious.
That's not the question we were asking. Where did he get that pistol? Did he get it from the shops? Did he order it online?
Question is, why did he get that pistol? Anyway, let's begin. So we were mid-combat. So, Elijah, it is your turn.
Oh, heckins. Okay.
Many hex.
Oh, a whole army of hex down in this mine. I can't hold them all. Okay, cool. I'm right next to one of these yaks, and I landed on one of them when I jumped, right?
I think that one's dead now. There's only 2 left.
One was on fire?
One's mildly on fire, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I think.
There's one that's heavily bleeding, and I believe that's the one Devrim is fighting. And one seems to be, making their way through, and that's the one that Shafar is fighting.
Making their way downtown, down the shaft.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ooh. Heavens. Oh my. An orcish blush upon my cheeks. Okay.
Orcish?
Yeah, totally.
Yes.
Half orcish. Can you not see my little tuskies? Look, how adorable.
Well played, Elijah. Well played.
If I keep saying it, no one needs to know other. Just, okay, a little bit like above table. How badly damaged does everyone, or do my allies look?
It's mainly you and Fluffles.
Okay, Fluffles. How far away is Fluffles from me? About 30 feet, we said.
I think it was a bit further. It was 60, wasn't it?
Yes, just because of on the corner of the mass healing.
Yeah. And then that makes sense for range-wise.
When I got up, I moved so that I could throw something 30 feet to hit a yak.
Then you would be 30 foot.
Cool.
That makes the sense it makes.
It does make the sense it makes. Okay, cool. Cool. Real cool. I'm going to start off by I will stab one of these yaks with my rapier. Let's whichever one's closest to me within stabbing distance.
I feel like they're both within stabbing distance, so it's up to you. Would you like to go for the more damaged one or the least damaged one?
Let's. Sorry. Yeah,
I was expelling demons. You know?
I'm terribly sorry. I ate Pazuzu for breakfast, and now it's just coming right up.
I'm drinking fizzy kombucha.
I thought that was the yaks, but okay.
The yaks are also drinking fermented kombucha.
I was going to say, brilliant roleplay there.
No, we're going to lose the kombucha sponsors if it's drunk by terrible yak cultists. Let's say
hit reset with counterculture kombucha.
Right, 3 hours. Okay, least damage. I'll just give him a good stabbing.
All right, roll to stab.
Roll to stab. We start with a.
I love rolling, much like I love counterculture kombucha.
8 won't hit, will it?
Ugh, an 8 won't hit. You know what does hit the spot? Counterculture kombucha.
Hi, we're also sponsored by water, the concept of hydration. Put it on a mug. Okay, so yes, as that whiffs. Stop dying, Niall.
Never.
The problem is we've got to put this all in now. Because I won't stop talking. Okay,
the chaotic energy is real for the last session, isn't it? Come on, guys, let's finish this session. Anyway,
I feel so sorry for whoever's got to edit this. Oh, wait.
It's you.
It's you.
You know what? I'll help you edit. Some counterculture.
Okay. Allies within 60 feet of me. So Devron's here. Fluffles is just sort of on the edge.
Everyone bar the butt gun dragonborn here. Oh no, butt gun's within 60 foot.
So Senna hasn't taken any damage, have you?
No.
Okay, so let's see.
Done the smart thing and not jumped off a 90-foot drop.
I can't help that my sister's a cowardly custard. It's just.
Oh, meow.
I will use that quote later to get Senna to draw another card.
Please, I look forward to
yeah, because it worked out so well.
Nothing bad's happened yet. Okay, so me, Devron, Fluffles, who else? We got Gun. Does the
Butt gun.
Butt gun.
And Shafra.
Is it just 5? Because this is because I'm going to do a mass healing words just for the sake of giving people a little bit more HP.
Yeah.
So those are the 5 at the moment. I can do another one, but there's only 5 people with it, including myself. This is where I just heal one of the yaks. I'm just like, I'm on for jolly good play. No, so I'll cast with my bonus mass healing word, and everybody gets 6 hit points back.
Yay!
Every little bit helps.
Almost fully healed.
Again, there's a sliding scale. There's you, almost fully healed. There's me round the middle, and then there's a sweet little kitty cat who's got me. Just hairballs.
Also more blood.
Yeah.
A little bit of a hairball.
Yeah, so that miss with the rapier, heal using massive word, where I think it's just that, again, that celestial thing of like, on your feet! And everyone just, little glow around them.
Super bossy.
Is that the end of your turn?
That is.
Wonderful. Senna, it is your turn, slowly making your way down the ladders.
I'd still like to, all right, I'd like to go down the ladders some
We'd
more.
like to go round the ladders!
Ladders, I do.
Oh yeah, I gotta have changed my accent now.
That's what happens in the mines. Keep going down the ladders as far as I can go. I'd like to try and make my way to Fluffles.
I came in Russian and I left West Country, apparently.
Right? It's the effect of the Marines.
It does things to a person.
It's the fumes.
And the really bad card that happened to be pulled. Just saying.
Nothing's happening with the card. Everything's absolutely fine.
Gary stands from the top. It's like, don't be a coward.
Let go, Gary.
You still
Holding
got
the
to go.
cards. Holding
Gary.
the cards.
Yeah.
Still crying.
Basically making a run for Fluffles, please.
Okay, are you going to run around the yak folk or through them? Through them will be quicker. Around them will take extra movement and not invoke an opportunity attack.
I don't want an opportunity attack, thank you, please.
Why?
Sorry, don't. You stink. Ugh.
Are you using your action to sprint?
Yes, to get
Okay.
as close as I can because I got it with consent. I had to touch.
No worries. You'll be able to make yourself round, and you'll need another 30 foot, which you can use on your next turn to do
Okay.
this. Cool. Excellent. So you make your way down, and you start sprinting your way around.
Oh god! They really stink. The yak.
Wonderful stuff. Okay. Do you want to just make me a little wisdom saving throw?
Ooh.
Because you're not used to running.
Oh. I mean, that's true in real life.
We live a pretty sedentary life as siblings. We're like,
I ride on a dragon, Daddy. What do you expect? 14.
With a 14, as you start to sprint closer towards these mines, you feel your medallion hum a little bit, and you can feel that sense of death following you getting closer.
Oh, that's a little scary. Ignore that for now.
Through the coughing and the ignorance of fear.
No. Well, I'm busy right now. Sure.
Excellent stuff. Okay. Devrin, it is your turn. I believe they attacked recklessly, so you will have advantage on your attacks against them.
Yes. I am also a large creature because I used my
See.
giant's thingamabob with the doodly flop thing.
again,
So,
technical
yes.
terminology here. Yeah.
That is the technical terminology. You can look it up in the Rune Knight section of D&D Beyond or whichever book it was published in.
Yeah.
Going to take my Sunblade and I'm going to shove it in. I would like to.
I didn't know you were the father of Blade, the vampire slayer.
Also, if it works for the gun, it would probably work for the sunblade. They won't take this off me.
to attack.
I'll never find it. Oh my god.
23 to hit. The one
Oi.
directly in front of me, which is
Yeah,
the
definitely.
wounded one, I believe. I don't have my shield, so I'm doing it one-handed. Does more damage. That is going to be 13 points of radiant damage.
Wah, wah. You start to cut through this yak folk, which roars in pain. Their eyes, blue, still glowing at you, roar back. You have a second attack?
I will attack again. Oh, hang on. I get an extra D4 on top of that because of being a big boy.
Big boy.
Oh, it's an extra point of damage. just the one.
I'm glad you remembered.
Yeah. 1 second. I'll just. Oh, sorry. It was meant to be a D6, but it doesn't matter. I will do that on the next attack. So I attack again.
Yes, with advantage.
With advantage.
Obviously
That was a
attacking
21, but I'm just going to see if I get a nat 20. Natural 20!
What?
Crit.
For a
Roll those damage
29.
dice.
So that's going to be 2 of those.
Yes, please.
Well, for some reason I didn't roll a quit, but quit. Been hanging around with Fluffles too much. That didn't roll the crit, so that's 11 points of radiant there, plus another D8 and another D6. which is another 6. That's 17. So it's the exact same as what I rolled before.
Nice.
It was a crit. I don't like
6,
critting
6,
D&D. 17 points of radiant damage.
Oh, actually, there's a special card for critting.
Crit
Oh, yes.
card!
I forgot about
Let's
that.
have a look. Let's see if anything cool happened. It is radiant damage, isn't it?
Yes.
It was double damage, and a non-magical item the target is holding or wearing is also affected by the damage type of the spell. Great. Okay, excellent.
So I just cut through whatever weapon it's holding because, somebody.
It's holding like a big battle axe, and as you go to like strike down on it, and it goes to like hold its battle axe against your sunblade, and it hits like the metal part of it, and the whole thing starts to heat up, and you can hear the radiant energy start to scald and burn on the metal that they're holding with their hand, and it forges itself through the skin onto their hand, and they roar in pain as the blade slowly cuts through, hits their face, and then slowly cuts through them as you tear them in half, also slowly just burning through them like a lightsaber going through a door.
If you thought they smelt bad normally, you don't want to smell them when they're burning.
Yeah, the whole time you're just like, this is so gross.
But yet it's so cool. That's my turn.
Excellent turn. Round of applause. The one Shafar is fighting will roll recklessly once more to kill Shafar as best he can. Right. Well, that's shit. It misses its first attack, and it only has one attack, so that's it. That's that done. It swings Shafar with his cat-like reflexes, moves out of the way. Meow.
Meow.
Please tell me he says that whenever he dodges.
Yeah, he's like Idris Elba in the movie Cats. He goes meow.
McCavity!
Oh my god, that's bringing back memories.
Now, no need to get catty.
There was something really special about watching Sir Ian McKellen go meow.
We also have to remember
With his
McCavity.
tongue.
We also have to remember McCavity has broken every single human law. He has done war crimes. He has just every law known to man.
I forgot about that.
No parking violations.
Parking, tying an alligator to a fire hydrant in New York City. Done.
Oh, that has terrible implications, and I will not condone this.
Look, when we do the cat one shot, we can get into this. That was like, oh no, McCavity is here.
McCavity's the real PDG.
The cat lord has turned his back on McCavity.
As he should.
As should all of you.
Excellent. So, our gunslinger at the back will start to reload and just start popping off shots from behind you, Fluffles. Yeah. Die! Bang! Bang! Firing.
Let's start firing.
Oh, that's a natural 20. Well. Ooh. Double damage. That's all. It's just a nice double damage. This is called poke in the belly. As a bullet rips through this yak folk's big bullet. Oh, D10s. D10s galore. 1, 2, 3 D10. And then that'll be doubled. Okay. Okay, that is 11, 15, 25, 29, 33 plus 4 is 37. Probably.
Yeah.
Wow, that's not bad, is it? As attacks go, this tiny little butt pistol rips a massive hole in this yak folk's stomach as they hold onto themselves, still swinging their great axe. Oh, it's Shafar's turn next. Shafar will attack with his great sword. It's a great sword. That'll hit, and then a second attack. That will also hit. Excellent. Doesn't need. He is raging, so that's +2 to each one. So +12. these. Right. What number is that? Oh, it's dead.
It rolled dead.
Doing all this math. Excellent. Yeah, it had 2 hit points. I don't even know why I started doing this. It's dead. Shafar tears its head off with his great axe, and as it starts to fall to the floor, he goes meow and starts to hack into it.
Weirdly still hot. Just like something about him.
That is combat finito. As you stand, as Shafar just hacks into this body for a while until his rage subsides. Then he just slowly breathes in, cleans off the great sword, and slams it back into its sheath.
Yes, it's very good. Gary!
You. I'll shrink that down.
Gary, you need to take the ladders.
Darren, was that you? The
Gary.
Black Dragonborn says.
Oh, no, you're Fluffles. It's okay.
Yeah.
Bubbles! Devrim, yes, that's me.
You recognise Old Taxon from when you were out and about in the city. He is one of the constants.
Friend. This is my friend who's been working it. Oh yeah, you everything. It's good to see you're alive.
It's good to be alive.
Good.
Gary slowly makes his way down the stairs.
I don't want to know where you got that pistol from.
Okay.
I can smell it from here.
I mean, I would. Again, did it come from a shop? Can we all get little pistols?
Well, yeah, I mean, you could probably get one made. But they're definitely doing something further down in these mines. This is where they're dragging us to. And he looks down this dark cavity. And further along, you can... I see you laughing, Evie.
We are professionals.
Professionals talking about buttholes. Anyway. You can hear the sounds of a... Well, actually, make a perception check for me.
All of us.
Yeah, why not?
That was a 2 for a 1.
That was a 7. I am still thinking about tiny guns.
That was a 3. I'm really distracted by the hot cat, man.
Once again, I get an 18.
Oh, thank God for that.
There's a reason Fluffles is the leader.
The reason I'm still alive.
Yeah. What languages do you speak, Fluffles?
Common, Infernal, and Thieves' Cant.
Okay. Thieves can't what?
Dance?
Hey.
Win?
So, sorry, it's one of my favourite jokes. Anyway, just tickling myself, just laughing to myself like, got you.
There's been so many reasons to pull my boo card out, and I cannot find
Hang on.
it. There we go.
Oh!
Hey, that's straight over your eyes as
Like
well.
eyes.
Literally.
Hey.
If you turn it the other way around, it looks like you've got sunglasses and you're like really shocked about it. Yeah, like, and then turn it the other way. No. Is it like 90 degrees?
So, ooh.
No, other, no, 180. Oh, yeah.
It's a nice straight face, it.
It's like, oh.
While I'm holding my sphere, my orb.
So, you can hear slight chanting going on deep within the mine, just echoing off the walls. Otelzin looks at you, Devon, and says, they actually have all my stuff further back up in the... where they were keeping us prisoners. Might go tool up, if that's all right with you.
Oh, you get yourself out of here. Well, any other survivors we'll send your way. I'm just going to look down the pit. You're not planning on jumping down there, are you, Fluffles?
Oh, there's no. You're at the bottom of the pit now.
Oh, sorry.
Like he's pointing into the chasm.
Definitely just looking at his feet. It's like, you're not jumping.
You're not jumping down further. Hang on, wait a minute. I thought I cured my intelligence.
You did kill your intelligence, and that was why we got in this situation.
Yes.
Yes, I mean, if there is anyone else who can help us, we are here to rescue the miners, yourself.
We're really not. We were here to find out what the problem was and then report back to the constant.
We are
We've done
here
that.
to
Why can't we
say-
go back?
We are here to
Sure we
save
can.
the day.
We need to fix the problem, whatever that may be.
It's true, if we could go back now, they'd be like, why did you not fix it? And we would not get paid. Mercenaries.
Anyway, before we dab and do the rest of our mission, I could use some healing juice. Gowie, if you could tend to my wounds. Anyone with magic, please. I was dead for like a good 5 minutes.
I've got you. Do you mind if I touch you?
You may, but only on the shoulder.
Only shot. I got you. Beep boop. Your wounds.
That's your healing noise.
Beep boop. I don't
Gary
know about
also
that.
like gently dabs you with like a wet cloth.
Thank you, Gowie.
Oh, I'm really sorry. It was only a 4.
Gary.
Well,
I
as you said,
blame Gary and his wet cloth.
All Taxon's like, I'll be back in. Take me 30 minutes to get up there and get my gear and be back down again.
You
Don't
need to
mind
be
waiting.
You got to be careful. There is a room or a corridor or a cavern or something that has a lot of hands that are coming out of the walls, and there's some sort of plane R shifting type thing happening there. Don't go down that way.
Okay, I don't understand half the words you're saying right now, but I want to go out the way they brought me in. They seem pretty clear. But if you give me 30 minutes, I'll be back and I can help you. But if you want to go in there straight away, I understand. But I won't be long.
I think waiting 30 minutes is going to sort of call for more of them to come up this way to find where their friends are gone.
Okay, well, that's understandable.
I mean, by all means, go get your things. It's always nice to have reinforcements, especially
Okay,
heavily armed.
I'll be back.
More
And he just, like,
buttons.
He just starts running back up the mine.
if we'll ever see him again, I should have made him draw a card.
I mean, when we deal with whatever this thing is, maybe they could draw a card if it's going to be, well, it does whatever it did to Devrin, or maybe
Gary.
we could...
Gary goes, you could always get Shafar to draw a card, looking at him jealously.
Therefore,
Yes, my master.
you have done well and survived much longer than I had anticipated. Well done.
Thank you.
As your reward, you may draw one of our cards.
If it pleases my lady. And he goes to the card. Well, let me just get rid of these ones.
Our 10th card withdrawn.
All right, just the one, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a one-card battle. That's it.
Oh, this looks fun.
Oh, good.
Let's just have a little read.
If it's another really good one, I'm just going to cry.
Why are you upset? Nothing's happened to you. You're
Absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Maybe we'll get a cool sword.
Shafar, almost before your very eyes, seems to, like, grow stronger and healthier as he
Yeah.
levels up.
Sorry, that's a really dorky laugh, sorry. Oh, I don't know where that came from. Me, obviously, but I don't know where it came from.
Episode 4, everyone. It's like the end of term. Can we do D&D outside today?
We'll be done in 3 hours, I swear.
No, we
His
won't.
card disappears in front of your very eyes, and he's like, I feel good.
See, blessing of Cat Lord is good.
Always. I'm always blessed by the cattle.
I think maybe Senna should draw another card. Sort of balance out the
I
luck.
think you should shut up. That's what I think you should do.
But you have to listen. Sassy Finger has come out. You cannot argue with the Sassy Finger.
That's right.
It really was not that bad.
Oh, it was not. I'm opening it up to the group. This is a last call for the next half hour on the cards.
Yeah, Devrin, maybe you should get another one and make like super dumb. Oh wait, you did that already.
Need to be cowardly, Senna.
Yeah,
Just
don't
like
be a custard.
Elijah
Oh
always
my
says.
god!
Well, I mean, if we think about it this way, how many cards have each of us drawn? I think I've drawn 3, 4, maybe.
Shafar's like, I've drawn one.
I have drawn one, but I was blessed by gods themselves. It seems rude to try and turn back on the blessing of God. Say, I cannot better this. I got kissed from little lady. It's nice. I am happy with my choices.
Get the smooch out lady card. It sounds really adorable.
If you are all too cowardly, I will draw my second card.
Oh, we just got her back.
Gary's like, Mistress, no.
It will be fine, Gowie. We believe in the heart of the cards.
Okay.
Your whole move. Sorry.
Your move, Fluffles.
Time to do.
It's time to draw a card from the deck of many things. You didn't understand that I'm using the power of friendship.
Time for me to get mind prisoned.
I was going to say, I'm in a crystal.
I'm in a ball. Oh, you pull a lovely card. It looks like this. This is Vizier on it.
You get another companion? Oh my god!
And you have an understanding, Fluffles, that if you wish to have a mystery answered for you, or something that you don't know answered honestly and truly, at any point in time within this year, you can choose to have the answer to any question. Just know it.
Ooh. Well, I need to start thinking of some good questions.
In fact, you hear the voice of the Cat Lord herself say, "Well done, my young one. My knowledge is open to you. You may ask one question for a blessing from the Cat Lord herself." And you can see it within Shafar and Gary's eyes as they look at you. Their eyes like switch to like slitted pupils like a cat. And it's almost like they're like both talking directly at you with her voice. The rest of you don't see this at all, just Fluffles.
Thank you. I am but a kitten before your knowledge. I will think of a good question worthy of your power.
As you say that, you all hear a great meow. And from the top of the very mine, there's just a kitten stood there.
Oh,
just sat.
There's a baby up there.
It echoes throughout the whole cabin. The whole mine just is this great meow.
Do we need to go get the baby?
There's a baby.
Cat turns and leaves.
Oh no, it's cat. It can get itself
Go
down.
home, baby.
I believe we were just blessed by a god.
Delightful.
Ah.
I don't know why you're clapping, Senna.
Oh
Yes,
no!
everyone clap. Everyone clap for the cat wall.
Respectful.
Excellent. I will hold on to that because I have a year, so I don't even have to do it. Cool, excellent. Fluffles
What's
will
my getting
return.
for my birthday?
Fluffles
To
will
fuck
return
over
with that
another
stipulation
DM at a
on their
later
sheet.
time. Yeah. I have the duet of many things, my friend.
You lose it. I don't think I do, though. I think Gary is very good at holding on to things.
Imagine if you used it, but like, wait, how much time do I have left? 3 months. Damn it!
Where did I put my pen?
Yeah.
No.
Where did he get that
no, you
gun
have to
from?
invoke it by invoking the Cat Lord.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, you have to be like, oh, gracious mother. I leave for you a sauce of milk.
So we now, between us, have the answer to any given question and a wish. And, impending death. But, we all live with that anyway, so...
Yeah, death comes for us all.
Just some sooner than others, that's all.
Is anybody else gonna draw or?
No.
As I said, I am we literally summoned another god. It's good. I don't want to push my luck. invoke things that should not be invoked. I understand the rules of this place.
Deck is closed for the moment. It will reopen at our next West break.
Gary shuts the deck closed and then puts it into his satchel.
Just the look of like, no.
That's probably a good thing because Devrin's like, no, I don't want to draw another card. But Josh is like, I want to draw another card.
How many times do you get to use the deck? DMs never let us.
There's still a few cards left in here.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Happens.
Fair, we've done well. We've got through like half of it in 4 sessions, which is quite a lot, really.
It's now just becoming Russian roulette of who gets the mind crystal.
Yeah. We'll get to that once we've defeated whatever's down this corridor. As a celebration.
Yeah, that'll be the end of the campaign. Somebody will pull a card and be like, fuck.
Are we waiting for Sir Butts a lot, or are we...
That is your friend. I'm sure you... I mean, you know him pretty well.
I know him pretty well, yes.
What's his name? Hey, what's his name?
Does he keep
His
a lot of
name
things in his back?
It's Altaxin Revul.
Old Taxin Revul, thank you very much.
What else does he keep
Oh,
in the
Daxin
butt?
Revolver, yes, we know. Yeah.
What else?
Revolver
His
butthole.
butt. Don't trust his butt. It's full of secrets.
I mean...
Why it's so big.
Oh. I mean, I don't trust most people's butts, but...
Roll a history check.
On the butt?
Butt check.
11.
That booty was indeed bodacious and may hold more secrets.
Well, I mean, talking about back passages, shall we carry on down this one?
Believe we shall. My health being what it is, I will come up the way.
I mean, I have a spare cure wounds if you're very desperate. Do you still need healing?
I still need healing.
Okay. Permission to touch you.
You may. Between the ears this time.
It does turn into like a little pet. It just so I cast cure wounds from the ring, and that's 10 hit points.
Excellent,
Nice.
thank you.
You're very welcome. This is why it's good to prepare your spells the night before. When you just, as you go to sleep, whispering into your ring, going, I need you to heal. Can you do that?
I don't know.
I don't really know. Thank you for talking to me, though.
It's been so long since I've had a decent conversation. You know?
Can we go down the tunnel?
You're my best friend.
Everyone asks what the ring can hold. Nobody asks how the ring can hold.
Yeah, I think we probably should go down this corridor while I'm currently in a side conversation with a piece of jewellery.
Maybe you should cut the ring. It sounds like it needs a hug.
I mean, I'm not quite sure how that is. That self? Just put my hand on top of it. There.
They're smothering me. I can't breathe.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, now I'm doing your voice.
Does the ring want to draw a card?
I don't.
Can't draw a card.
I don't. Again, this is not how. Again, I've been watching One Piece where it's like, yeah, it's weird. This gun ate a fruit and now it's got powers. I'm not sure how, but it's what's happened.
So,
oh, no, they put the ring in the crystal. Anyway, yes, corridor. Deep dank corridor.
you start to head down the corridor, and you can see that the shaft itself, this large mine shaft that started out quite like well structured, hits an actual floored terrain, actual paved flooring once again. This time is a lot more clearer, and you guys step out onto this large open cavern. Who of you have dark vision?
Not me.
Yeah, I think it's Senna, Devrin, and
think, yes.
Fluffles.
I've been faking it out this entire time, like staying near Gary. Like, oh, it's so hot. Someone's got to keep an eye on Gary.
Shafar also has like a torch out to help Gary and himself. And you guys make your way through the torchlight and through the dark vision. You can see that the floor itself is starting to get slick, weirdly, and almost like it's moving. Like the floor itself is alive. But when you feel it upon your feet, it still feels like hard stone. And you enter this large cavern, and in the middle of it, lit up by blue flame, dotted around, very similar to the eyes of the yak folk, is what you can tell Devrim as a dwarven temple. And there is a statue on either side of the staircase that leads down. One of which depicts who you immediately recognize, Devrim, as the dwarven god, Moradin. Another, roll me a religion check.
Oh, there it is. My character sheet is in alphabetical order, but I can't find it. That's a natural 1 for 2.
I was going to say,
not.
you should have gone to church. Your parents were like, make sure you study. You're like, oh no, got Moradin.
You don't recognize the other god at all. We presume it's a god or some sort of warrior, as they look like an armored warrior holding a sword. But both Moradin and this figure are facing each other as you walk down the stairs.
I mean, my family are not particularly well liked by the Dwarven Pantheon, so I didn't get to learn them. That I sort of was pulled out of those lessons at school. So
You got extra playtime. That's good. Yes. I mean,
extra craft time, but yeah.
I mean, we just.
Any of you guys want to roll a religion check for me?
I'm just like we just got to worship Dragon Daddy, and he was like, Dragon Daddy. I mean, I got a 23, so obviously
21 for a natural 20.
Dragon Daddy's like, cool gods. Yeah.
19 with a side-bolstered knack.
Nice. You all realise that this isn't a Faerunian god; it's a Zakharan god. That's probably why it's here in Zakhara, and it seems like there's been some sort of allegiance between dwarven gods and this Zakharan god many, many years ago, as this seems to be like an ancient temple built a long time ago. Senna, with a natural 20, and Fluffles with such a high roll as a 23 as well, you both remember from being in the market little like statuettes that were sold of Vata Coaltal, who is the warrior god, a warrior servant, essentially a servant of the people and a servant of the gods, but mainly a warrior. And there seems to be some sort of allegiance between Moradin and Vata Coaltal. As you enter this holy site, very clearly. Yeah.
Oh, that is nice. It is
It's
nice.
best friends.
It's nice to see the gods getting on.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, you head further into it, and the chanting that you could hear earlier, Fluffles, gets louder and louder. And in the middle of the shrine is a forge. And the forge is being heated by this blue flame. And over the forge, where the fire would usually be, is just this dark hole surrounded by blue flame. And it's swirling and swirling and swirling. And you can see the yak folk all making this prostate movement. What, prostate movement? Is that right? Prostrate?
Prostrate. I mean, you've already made us go down a damp tunnel, so just...
They're prostrate, which means they have their butts to the sky.
Ah, yes.
Very bat themed, this game.
The
Very
most
bat
holy
themed.
position.
They're bowing. They're bowing prostrate with their butts up to the sky. And they're all chanting, and one of them is holding out two axes, and their eyes are glowing this light blue, and you can see the glow getting stronger and stronger from behind this faceless mask that it's holding. And the light from the flame starts to burn stronger and stronger and starts to make its way through the crowd of these yak folk. And you can hear a voice echoing through the dark hole. Do any of you speak Abyssal?
Nope.
You
No.
always take Abyssal or Infernal, and it's always the other one that comes up.
I normally take Abyssal on my other characters, but for this one I chose to take Deep Speech.
Yeah. You can hear just mad sounds that are harsh and echo throughout the entire temple. And as you do, you can see all the Yakfos start to writhe in pain as the blue fire starts to burn them alive. It all starts to like light up this room completely as you're at the top of the stairs, and all the fire starts to channel itself into the one leading. And they have these ceremonial robes on, and as the fire starts to burn them, you can hear them laughing underneath as they grow larger, their bodies starting to jut out of their robes, and you can see bones starting to protrude through it all. And then from the side, an explosion of meat comes out through one side, and then again the other side as two new arms grow from underneath their current arms. They scratch at the floor as their hands grow more claw-like and more bestial. The mask cracks, and you can see their twisted form growing larger and larger, their teeth elongating and cracking out of their skull, their horns becoming more pointy and growing new ones spiked, and the fur gives way to these horrible bone protrusions as it cackles with glowing blue energy. You recognize... Oh, actually make an Arcana check for those who are proficient in it.
I'd like to do something in a moment.
Nope. Turn around and walk away.
Everyone's
Devon,
proficient. I
I am not proficient, but can I tell if using a blue flame? This is going to sound like a silly question. Is using a blue flame on a forge something that is normally practiced, like in any form of forging, or
It definitely seems magical.
right?
I got 14. I'm just like, weird.
I got a 17, but instead of knowing this knowledge, I'd like to cast tongues on Elijah so he can understand what they're saying.
Hey.
But, hey, Elijah,
I get time to look at you.
what are they saying?
I'll say you could have done that whilst it was going on, and then also get the benefits of a 17 because you needed it. Fluffles, did you roll?
Proficient in it.
Say again.
Not proficient in it.
Oh, fair enough. All right, sweet. So between the two of you, Elijah, you're sort of like, what the hell is going on? Boom, tongues. And
Literally.
Senna, you can hear a calling out to defy in the abyssal. You can hear from this void a voice calling out to defile the temple of the gods of distant lands and Zakhara, to destroy what they have built, and to do so with my new gift, my new creation. Go and spread the message of the faceless god. And you can hear the creature laughing and talking in abyssal, and it spots you, and it says, my power is unrivaled. I can feel death in between my fingertips. And as it does so, it holds out its hands, and blue flame bursts out into the crowd, and the dead bodies start to like roll into each other, merging, cracking and smashing together. And as they do so, two large skeletal undead creatures form from the masses that are there, and it looks at you and says, "Come, I would like to test my new power upon the non-believers." Senna, you're pretty sure that's a portal to the abyss. And whatever this thing is definitely creating a hook into it, and it needs killing, otherwise more demons are going to pop out.
That's to be abysses. Abysses. Bad abysses. Bad abysses.
Now I can understand what is going on. I also say bad abysses. Bad. Yes.
Preferably, you could shove it in and kill it within the abyss, and then try to get out before the portal closes.
does sound like a good plan.
You're up.
Shafar beats on his chest as he activates his rage. Would you all like to roll initiative?
No, I'd really like to leave.
Well, it's too late for that.
There was a time when we could have said no more, but that time has now passed. 18.
I'd like to go wait for my friend with the back gun.
You said you weren't waiting.
I know, but I changed my mind. Can I wish to turn back time?
Cards.
Yeah.
Time drawing cards. It'll be 15 minutes.
If I could turn back.
7. I rolled a 7.
That's so weird.
So weird.
So weird.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, I swear Shafar rolled a 16.
And now he's got a 2.
It says he rolled a 5.
Thanks, D&D.
Nice.
I don't understand.
What is going on?
What is going on?
I don't know what's happening.
Initiative. Yeah, it's 16 there.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it has. Okay, that was weird. Fluffles, what did you roll?
21.
Say again?
21.
Bloody hell.
Oh, cracky.
Oh, Moses.
That was with advantage, though, and I have a +9, so I didn't actually roll that well.
Oh, fair enough. You're probably about 50 foot up this temple sort of like stair. Well, let's say you're at the precipice of this room now as you've like wandered in. These creatures are probably about 30 foot away, and then this forge and this bigger one is about 50 foot away.
I rolled a 6. I feel to say.
I rolled a 6.
Also weirdly seems in the world when Devrin's like, I've got a 6.
Is that a 6 or an 8?
No, it was a 6.
Okay, I'll edit that now.
I think.
Yeah,
I
that's all
only
good.
got a 6.
I got a 6.
I think I'm going to leave.
Right. So yes, Fluffles, 'tis your turn.
Don't jump.
I would like to say in our psychic network, does anyone know anything about dousing magical blue flames?
Oh.
No.
Wait.
I would have to
Blue
roll.
flames give the room a nice dim light.
I don't deal in magic normally.
It could be an artifact. It could be being channeled through something unholy. Devrin, quickly, that we got it. How you don't know much about the gods, but destroying their forge. Would they be mad at us if we blew up their forge?
Oh, yes.
Right, okay. So, like, a little note in the psychic thing that just says, do not blow up their forge.
I'd probably be mad at it as well, to be fair.
Can't you ask your god to go tell their god that their shit is being shitted on?
It's not my god.
Elijah, could you tell your god to tell their god that, hey, shit's happening?
I mean, I could when I get a go, I could give it a go.
That's the cat ward, but there's no telling when that message would be delivered.
I mean, we know the
When
cat
it'd
lord
be
is
received.
I was really hoping we just put a blanket over it and walk away, but no.
Need to deal with this creature first, I think.
The fact we're all sitting here like blank face, not reacting, just.
Let's get to it then. And how far away is the creature?
The four-armed creature is about 50 foot away, and the others are 30 foot away.
So there's underlings who are going to impede us before.
Yeah, they're like undead, writhing masses of bones and decayed flesh that's been burnt away.
Cool.
They look similar in terms of like hornage and stuff, and clawage.
I will aim for an underling, where I am, and steady aim a psionic claw
Yes.
as it comes up. Ooh, okay, that is 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25 to hit.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Excellent. Cool. Let me just get all my d6s. So that is, so that is 10, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 psychic damage.
Nice. absolutely cracking. As you launch one of your claws, the purple energy hits into the bone of this creature as it shockwaves around it, releasing this burst of purple light. The creature doesn't make a sound, it doesn't roar, but it shrugs and sort of loses its balance as it starts to put its hands back together, gathering itself, gathering its mass, looking at you, ready to fight.
I'll use a bonus action to throw another one for less damage.
Yes.
That probably goes pretty wide because I rolled a 2.
What are your pluses?
+7.
Yeah, that's not going to do it.
I'll say to the network, okay, the underlings are pretty dumb. We could try pushing the big boy back in, but this is going to be tough.
Okay. As we look at the three rather feeble, and I'm just like looking at Devrin going, I guess it's up to you.
What? Also, do your thing. Gary, you stay back.
Gary starts to go back up the stairs.
I can't whisk you.
Gary, go get help.
Look at the baby. No, don't get the baby.
Go get the baby. I know you want to destroy the world, but who can say no to his little face? Look at it. Look at it.
No one is cuter than me.
No, true.
Excellent. Is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
Excellent. The second one goes wide as you tell Gary, get out of here. He goes, I'll come back for you, as he starts to run up the stairs.
He truly was the greatest of all of us.
Elijah, it is your turn.
So, tell our story, Gary.
I will. Whatever your name is.
Yeah, we've been working together for years, and it's like, the one in the robes.
No, whatever your real name is, he says, as he looks you dead in the eye as he runs up. Gary, no!
Gary, you utter bastard!
I feel like there's the meme of Gary figured it out.
Come on.
Because what out?
Senna's just got music and we can hear the psychic. It's like okay. I'll tell you what I want to do, and we can work out positioning. I'd like to cast Shatter on this big bone lad.
They could run up to both of them and get them both, I believe.
Ooh. So 60 feet range,
yeah.
and then a 10-foot radius.
Yeah, they're pretty much next to each other, so you could catch them both.
Am I catching any of the underlings as well? Not trying to push my luck.
That is the underlings I thought you were trying to get.
I was...
The skeleton ones are the underlings.
Right, okay, so we've got the skelly bones, and then we've got... Who's on the board, Niall?
Yakman Pro. Yakman evolved to Yak Demon, I guess.
Yak Demon. Yak Demon we want to throw. Actually, I think I'm gonna blast the underlings, because once they're out of the way, we can... Yeah. Also, my hope is that if they're made of bones, they're just gonna...
What kind of damage does Shatter do?
That is... Thunder.
Yeah.
Thunder damage!
Thunder damage.
Is what it is.
Cast it at second level.
Oh. Yeah, go for it.
So they have to beat a 15 con.
15 con, okay. You can be number one, you can be number... Oh, damn. They both passed, one with a natural 20 for a 22, and the other one for just a normal 20.
I was like, I was looking at it, I was like, it's made of inorganic material. And I was like, there's nothing more organic than bone! Okay, so that's...
Oh, and seared flesh.
You love to see it.
We love to eat it.
That's... so that was a 12, so half, so 6.
Great stuff. You let out this almighty... As it tears through the room, all the bodies that were on the ground just away from these creatures as they shrug off this sound, they just slowly start to lumber towards you, getting faster and faster and faster.
My eyes sort of like shift back and forth. Not shift, but like I invoke this destruction in the name of Moradin. Moradin's blessing is upon us all. Like just attempting to like vaguely throw a "Hey, you up" message in. Maybe my god would be like, "Hey, got a message. Moradin, you want to deal with this?"
Fucking hell.
Moradin's like, "I know."
In a land far away, your ancestral god just gets this feeling as they hear your words invoking another god, and they just smile, laugh, and then continue on watching what they were watching.
We're chill. We're real chill. Yeah. Oh, you're doing a lie, are you? Cool. Good
They just appreciate it. They're like, nice. I approve.
I love it. I got that as a message. I was like, cool. I'm just like, cool.
You get the feeling that something out there approves, but
again, like a video game,
good,
like
that'll do.
unknown god approves. I'm like, thanks. Yeah. So that's my action. I don't think I. Yeah. No. End of my turn.
nice. Senna, as you're like preparing yourself for this combat, for this fight, your medallion, your brass medallion, starts to hum large and loud. And you can feel death behind you. You can feel death in front of you. You can feel death in this entire ancient temple. As you notice, the blue flame around the portal start to dim. And the portal itself starts to almost fade into the darkness behind itself, and the shadows almost grow larger, and all the blue flame are behind this creature, behind this four-armed demonic yak folk, just becomes pitch black, and you all notice this, and you can hear the words Senna whispered out from in front of you. Senna, I can smell you.
I use perfume, thank you.
That is what they are smelling. You smell nice.
You all notice as you're like walking up towards this combat that behind the portal that was once lit by this blue flame has died out, and darkness seems to reign behind this creature. The creature hasn't seemed to notice.
Oh.
Senna looks very frightened for a second. Okay.
Would you like to hold my hand in the dark?
Yes.
Hold it.
Shafar runs into combat. I'm afraid of no ghost.
Wouldn't it be instead of "rah," wouldn't it be meow?
Yeah, sorry, it's meow.
Oh
This
no.
charges in recklessly.
I'm scared of nothing. Oh no, skeletons. I fear bones. Bones are loved by dogs.
And he definitely hits twice. That's a plus 12.
Ooh. Heavens bevins. And he leveled up, so.
Long
Yeah,
boy.
he did actually. That's a really good point.
Thank you.
No, it's still a plus 12.
Yeah. He's got a feat now.
I think he's just
Actor.
essentially he can't be frightened now
Good boy.
when he's raging.
Yeah.
He's so angry.
I'm so angry.
I'm just so mad. He runs in. Oh. No, never mind that. Yeah, he runs in and just starts hacking away with his sword, slashing into this creature, dealing. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, doing better. 24 points of slashing damage. As he starts to just meow into this thing.
Yes.
He starts to slash away into its guts, and you can see he's tearing big chunks out of it, and part of it's buckling, and like the rib cage still held like a partially formed body, which just like topples out as he cuts it open. Still going crazy at it. It is now the demon yak's turn.
Demon yak.
Demon yak. The demon yak runs forward into combat, going straight for Shafar, who is the closest. And holy loaded dole. Okay, because he's reckless, it'll get advantage on everything.
Oh no.
It will bite him.
No.
And it hits. Takes a chunk out of him.
Oh dear.
But it's halved because he's resistant. So that's still... Yeah. It literally gouges down with its teeth and just takes a chunk out of the side of his neck as it bites down, and he just screams, meow!
I have tongues, so I understand the cat language now. I think that means ouch.
That's a natural 20.
Is he within 30 feet of me?
He
should
now,
be, shouldn't
yeah.
he? Yeah.
Yeah, he is now.
As I see this critical strike about to hit Jafar, my runes on my arms begin to glow a cloudy grey colour. And the attack instead hits one of the undead minions, because I am using my cloud rune. Once per short rest, when you or a creature you can see within 30 feet of you is hit by an attack, you can use your reaction to choose a different creature other than the attacker within 30 feet of you to become the target of the attack instead, using the same.
That is a very great move.
Moly.
Because all the other attacks hit.
Yeah, so the natural 20 goes on to one of the undead yak minions.
Oh, Lord. Okay.
Oh no.
Quadruple damage.
Thank God for that.
And a card? Do you get a card?
That was the card.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. Yeah.
Okay. So, that... Oh, Lordy.
I can only do that once, so I'm saving that for one of us.
I mean,
4 times.
I'm saving it for you.
8, 10, 16, 18, 25 in one attack.
Ooh.
The one that Shafar was attacking, this large demonic creature just smashes it away with one strike. Just the other 3 arms start clawing into Shafar, dealing. Okay, that will be 9d6.
Huh.
Is that right? No, 66. 66.
Still half, but lesser.
Yeah. Okay. 10. 21. 25, 26, 30. Halved, because he's raging. Which is 15 points of damage as Shafar just meow tanks all this damage as this creature just starts tearing into him. Like its fingernails are gross and long and pointy and sharp, and it just starts tearing out, and you can hear it, Elijah laughing in Abyssal, screaming, "This power is unbelievable. I can't wait to tear the flesh from your friends."
He's being a weirdo. He's being a
Super weird.
Nothing good is coming from this.
Think we can get him to draw a card?
I mean, there was the possibility that it might be bad, or he might, I don't know, get a knight of his own.
You've got
Nice
4
work.
hands,
Yeah.
4 cards.
You can see the muscles on this thing's arms like beating with blood and energy pulsing through it. It is strong and powerful and bestial. With that being said, Senna, it's your turn.
Spocky is strong and bestial, powerful. Have you met Senna?
Oh, hi. Oh, shit. Right behind the big scary thing. I want to hit him, but not our friend. I want to use cloud of daggers on him, not our friend.
You could probably get him and the other, like, skeletal mass.
Yes, please. Yes.
Use.
Yes. That's a 14.
Nice. Do they need to make a saving throw or something?
Doesn't say. I shall look it up. Un momento.
Look
Or not
it up,
memento,
Sam,
por favor.
and look it up.
Look it up.
Cloud of daggers, right?
Yeah.
No. Yeah, when they enter the first time or stay there. It's a bit like Moonbeam or something. It's
Yeah.
Moonbeam days, you still have to make a saving throw, though.
you feel a creature within 4d4 entering. No saving throw.
Oh,
spells
wow,
area
that's
for
a
the
great
first time.
spell.
Yeah, we'll start the turn there. That's useful.
He's
4d4.
a third level sword. So I got 14 damage and I'm just right on his back.
Ouchie, wouchie.
Yeah, roll 4d4 for me.
That I did, it's 14.
Oh, sorry.
What
And
do the
that
daggers
the-
look like? Are they cool
Really pretty ones. Bronze ones.
daggers? Thank you for world building.
Really pretty bronze. Like, hilts.
Gee,
Again.
icky.
The demon yak doesn't seem to notice as it's laughing and enjoying this fight. The skeletal mass sort of like holds its hands up as it slowly gets torn to pieces a little bit. The darkness seems to grow from behind them, slowly encroaching upon like their heels.
Ugh.
And you can hear that. I can hear you.
Now you can.
Your magic is strong.
Not as strong as I want it to be.
Is that the end of your turn?
Yes, other than a spooked hand squeeze.
Ah. Yeah, that's good. You're summon daggers. They're not
Yeah,
gonna
there's
like
also
that.
a really spoopy thing coming after me, and I'm just saying.
Yeah, you can't hear any voices, but you can see the darkness growing.
Yeah. He says I smell.
I sort of like point at the yak. It's like, did he say?
This spoopy thing coming for me.
Blink at you. Oh dear. Oh dear. She has cave madness. We all knew it was coming.
Mind madness.
Mine madness. She dug too deep.
The cabin fever is going through my brain.
Devrim, it is your turn.
I just I will move. I will begin moving towards the creatures. You said they're 30 feet away. Good thing I'm a dwarf and I've only got 25 foot of movement. So I will move to just 5 feet away from her and I'll be like, I'll get you!
Oh, you'll be in combat range.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I will use Giant's Might as I go down to grow large. So I become a large creature. So becoming a large creature will then get me in range. And I shall attack twice into Mr. Meaty.
It's me.
Mr. Meaty.
Mr.
Meaty. Mr. Four-armed Meaty Meat. Knock off
It's reminded me of my favourite game, Meaty or Minty. Mints.
As just eating the mints.
Natural 20.
Well, oh.
For a 29.
Wow.
Would you like to draw a card?
Yes, please.
From the deck of many things. Ah, got you.
Oh no!
I'm in an orb.
Alright. Where?
This is with the Sun Sword, so it'd be radiant damage again.
Radiant
Ooh,
damage. Maximum damage.
Oh, so that would be...
You don't have to roll, just what the maximum damage is.
Biscribus.
Is that with the crit? So it would be 2d8?
It is without the crit, unfortunately.
Okay, so that would be 16 plus 6, because of the being large, is 22 points of radiant damage.
Nice.
And then I shall attack again.
You rush in, blade firing. He notices that. As he turns and looks at you, one of his arms clawing up, and he's like, you can hear Elijah, another one come to die.
They're still being very
20.
rude.
Dirty 20 will hit.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. That is going to be 15 points of radiant damage.
I haven't got a 16 before.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
And then the runes glow bright orange on my arms, and then sort of like explode outwards as I do action search. I realised on the natural 20 I should have done my bloody something else, but I don't know. Oh well.
It's still your turn if you want to do your bloody something else.
Yeah, that is going to be a 19 to hit.
That'll hit.
And then I'll just roll the last one. That is a 16 to hit.
That'll hit.
So on the first one, can it make a strength saving throw, please?
Yes. 17.
That passes, but it
Okay.
will take. So it takes 17. Sorry, it takes 15 points of radiant damage, and
15.
15 radiant, and then an additional 4 points of fire damage as the flame chains erupt from my runes again and try to wrap it around it. Still burns it, but doesn't do any actual damage.
You notice that
It
as
doesn't
the
restrain,
fire
sorry.
like wraps around it, the like blue flame in their eyes starts to turn orange, and they scream out in pain.
So unfortunately, I can only do that once. And then damage on the second attack is going to be 12 points of radiant damage. Is it undead at all, by chance?
No.
Okay.
It's
As I
full
say,
of
I get extra
bones.
damage.
You start to like hack away at it, casting your runic magic, which slowly starts to like brace it, but it breaks out in rage, and you can see fear in its eyes. It says, "No." You can hear Elijah, "No, this is not how it was meant to be," and it calls out loudly.
Okay, it's being rude, but it's being scared this time.
That's good.
It's looking like heavily damaged. You can see its muscles weakening under your blows. Is that the end of your turn? Any more moves?
That is my turn done.
Great. That turns it to the weird undead skeletal construct, which will charge at you. Could you make... Oh, wait. Let's put attack first. Oh, that'll hit. A 24. Could you make a strength saving throw for me, please?
Is that me?
Yes, please.
Let me just double check to see if I have any advantages or anything on strength for being
You're
big.
big now. Yeah. Big and...
Yes, I have advantage on strength
He's a big
checks and
boy.
strength saving throws. Oh god, I rolled a 2 and a 6 for a 13.
With 13, you are pushed 10 foot away as this thing just smashes against you. You take 24 points of damage as its bone protrusions pierce through you and send you flying, knocking you prone onto the floor.
I look bloodied. Like,
Oh,
yeah. Even at max hit points, that was
Fluffles.
half my hit points.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
it was a pretty nasty hit, and it rolled really high. Fluffles. It will be your turn. After the break!
Bah!
Catch you in about 5-10 minutes, y'all. See you soon to see what happens in part 2, Electric Boogaloo of the Constant Troubles. See you then.
Woo. Bye.
Boogaloo. Bye. Hello, and welcome back to part 2 of the Constant Troubles. The final part. Well, I hope so. Who knows with you guys?
4 more episodes.
I've decided we all leave this battle. I can't be asked.
Pub.
That being said, it is now the top of the round, and Fluffles, it is your turn. You also notice this slowly increasing darkness, which is getting ever closer.
Okay. So we've got the darkness that may or may not believe in a thing called love. And then we've got Big Moose Man. And we've got some skeletons. Is there any like scenery dressing? Is there still like a sconce anywhere? There's a portal somewhere.
There's a forge.
The
There's a
portal's
forge?
the portal's actually disappeared
Oh, okay.
in the darkness. Like
Oh.
it seemed to be like completely dimmed out by this black darkness, which is slowly creeping towards you all.
Okay. But Big Moose Man looks like he is. I shouldn't keep calling him that. Is
I like
bloodied.
Mooseman.
Mooseman.
Mooseman, Mr. Mooseman.
Sorry, podcast listeners, a very amusing thing happened there, so
We all saluted,
perfectly in sync.
which is hard on Zoom.
Yeah.
Okay.
Eric Mooseman is still alive, but very bloodied.
Okay. I died yesterday. I died today. And you know what? I hope I don't die again, but I'm going in, baby. As I charge in after Shafra and try and do some damage to Big Mr. Mooseman. Cool. It was a 20.
Ooh.
Well, that hits.
Yeah,
Is that a natural 20?
that was not 20.
I also look at Sen and go, did you see that she died yesterday?
A little bit, yeah, I heard that.
Yep.
Against the other yaks.
Yep.
That is
I died in every combat.
that is a setback card, which is double damage.
Ooh,
Double.
okay.
And if this thing could cast spells, it would have had a problem. but it can't, so never mind.
Okay. So, double the dice, and I get sneak attack on this, right?
See, as it is within 5 feet of an enemy.
Cool. That is 8d6.
It's me unscrewing a light bulb with these. You're going for
Yay.
Eric Mooseman, yeah?
Eric Mooseman, yeah.
Yeah.
12, 13, 14, 15,
Oh, the
16,
Windmere Mooseman.
18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 26. There's 20, sorry, I need to add again. Bear with me, sorry.
I mean,
Okay.
Evie, in all honesty, you don't.
How do you want to do this?
How do you want to kill it? Is the real question.
Sorry, seeing Evie's panic going, what do you mean? I've done so much damage. I've done 20 for me.
He had 2 hit points.
Again.
What a waste of an at 20.
Hey, it's never a waste, alright?
Fun.
Let's a cleave.
Okay. So I would like to use my psionic blades to claw up the body of this mooseman and just kind of dig in limb by limb until it's just kind of
Nice.
useless.
You can see Fluffles appear like a shadow upon his back. Devrim, you looking down, and you see the shadow come up with its little white paws, and these like purple lights as from the top of it. You climbed your way up, and you can hear him screaming in pain every time you do so. And then you appear from the top of his head, pushing both the blades into either side of his mooseman face. You see his eyes go from these like red flames, dead white, as they like roll back into his skull, and the body topples forward, completely brain dead.
I'd just like to say that psionic braids is an awesome idea for a character that I'm 100% going to steal from you.
It's also a
Please
good
do.
band name.
Yeah.
We
I
are
would
Sonic
like-
Braids, and we're here to rock your world. 1, 2, 3, 4.
When you left, you're going to be brain dead. Your eyes just start glowing purple. You're like, power of music, baby.
Power of music. Any bonus actions, Fluffles, as there is still the undead one.
I will, as I land acrobatically and say, "You mess with the cat, you get the claws." Flick another claw in the
Nice.
direction without looking. I just know where it is.
He is so cool. Just
So cool,
For
though.
a 17 to hit.
17 will hit.
So that is a 4 plus 8. No, 4 plus 4 is 8. Another 8 psychic damage.
Nice. This thing is slowly lumbering forward, and it just gets a psychic dagger in the head. It sort of reels back for a second. As it's like, what the fuck? I didn't know I could feel.
Why was I given feelings?
Elijah, this is your turn. Unless you've got any extra things you want to do, Fluffles?
Well, that wasn't so hard.
Okay, excellent. Elijah.
Okay. Just simple. We picked up that these things don't like fire very much, right? So
That was the main one.
Oh well, most living creatures aren't a fan of fire.
Yeah. Eric Moosman really didn't like fire. Not that it mattered. Because Devrin fucking tore him apart.
Also, he just doesn't like things in the brain. Anyway, I'm just looking at my spells, which is useful.
Spells?
My spells. Is it time?
Is that you, Michael Caine?
It's me, Michael Caine. I've just quit acting. Some people said I never started acting. They're very, very rude.
Russo, I enjoyed his final performance. I didn't mean to go to see it, but I ended up seeing it. I really enjoyed The Great Escaper. Let it be known.
Hi, we're sponsored by The Great Escaper and kombucha.
Counterculture kombucha. I wish I still had the can.
Which weird is on all the posters.
You know, the one thing I don't want a Great Escaper is counterculture kombucha.
Well, fire resistance or not, I think I'm just going to firebolt. You know, this thing's got flesh. You know, pew pew.
Flesh and bone.
Flesh and bone.
Hey, all things burn, you know?
In the light of whatever my god is. 25 to hit.
25 will hit.
And that does 7 points of flamey damage.
Flamey flame, flame, flame. As this undead creature starts to burn, it again silently rides in these flames, but is silent because it's undead.
I'm like, ha! Horrible!
It just still on fire.
Yeah, I'm just ooh, I have sorcery points. Is it worth? I might convert. I think as I just did, I'm going to convert some of my sorcery points to go get a spell slot back. Just level 2 spell slot, just so I have it. Just so.
Where are you, Elijah?
Emotionally, I'm in real trouble. I am up with Senna. We're holding hands, so.
Yeah.
So you guys are at the back, yeah?
Yeah.
Nah.
I mean, being given a magic sword made me very cocky and thinking I should be a frontline fighter. No. No, squishy bones. Are you just asking me that? No, just because you're curious where I am, you want to imagine, right? Yeah, that's fair. It's very fair.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you for letting me babble. 1, 2.
Is that the end of your turn?
Yes, I have spent 3 sorcery points to get a level 2 spell slot back. Yes, and then that is having blasted. We're back at center and like, it's fine. You don't. We're winning. We'll get you away from the darkness.
It can hear me and sniff me, which is rude.
As you say that, it's almost like a lurch as the shadows just encompass the whole room.
Oh.
You can still see the flaming creature of the skeleton, but as it's like writhing, the flames seem to die out. It's only a fireball after all.
Oh dear. They appear to have cast blindness on me. I cannot see.
Well, you're holding my hand. You're okay.
The rest of you that have dark vision can see the room and see each other. And Senna, you can hear, "This is my chance at a second life. For that to happen, you, young dragon, must die and your brass amulet glows like ping, 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 as from where the portal was, a purple light glows, a purple flame, and then those one purple flame turns into two as you can feel something turning towards you, and from its mouth that slowly opens, more purple flames cease to wreath out, and it starts to come through the portal one claw at a time. And then you can start to see the innards of its skeletal figure are lit by this purple flame. A large black dragon starts to make its way out of the portal, and the portal starts to slowly collapse behind it, freeing the room of its abyssal nature. The light starts to dim completely as there is no natural light anymore. You are in darkness because there's no blue light keeping this thing aflame anymore. There's a torch right at the top of the staircase where Shafar left it, but you are now in darkness. Those with dark vision can see properly, but you can still see, dimly lit, this purple flame from this dragon, which is keeping it. You can see the threat, but around it is very, very confusing. Its glow gently illuminates the area it's around. As it flies into the air, over onto the staircase, turning towards you, Elijah, and you, Senna. I need you both to make me a dexterity saving throw as it breathes this purple flame at you both.
Oh. 4.
So I got a 9, but I'm going to use my god thing. So that's a 14 now. It's probably not going to help, but
14 is not enough, unfortunately.
yeah. Well, it was worth trying.
Yeah.
Oh, I have my wing thingy. I have my little wing shield that I can.
You might want to use it.
Yes, I do. Hold on, I'm just looking at the sheet. It takes me a second. When you or another creature you can see within 5 feet of you is hit by an attack, you can use your reaction to grunt +3 bonus to the target's AC against an attack roll, potentially causing it to miss.
Yeah, that won't do it.
Well, I'm still going to be like.
As you do so, the flames wreath through both of you, dealing 36 points of necrotic damage. Unfortunately...
Out.
Out.
Well, Senna, you're on 1 hit point.
Oh, yeah.
So, Senna, you are flung backwards as this fire overtakes you, and you can feel your grip on Elijah still tightly held as you try to shield yourself from this damage. You are badly damaged, and you look down to see Elijah's body writhing in this purple flame. As it writhes, his skin turns from a healthy orcish green colour into a pale white colour. His eyes go from what was his colour of Elijah's eyes?
What colour are Senna's eyes? See, I'm throwing the question. Bronze,
They
but
go
like
from this,
off
yeah.
rust. Everything about Elijah's just a little bit worse.
As you look at Elijah's like rusted brown eyes that you know so well, they go completely black as his hair grows out long and white. His skin also turns pale and white, and he dies, still holding your hand.
I scream really loudly and guttural and very sad.
As that happens, as that scream occurs, you feel the hand tighten on you, and you look back down, and the blackness has gone like a milky grey, and you can hear a rasping, choking sound as Elijah's whatever this thing's body is, start to try to claw at you as it becomes an undead zombie. Its turn as it will try to strike out at you.
I'm gonna eat you.
For an 18.
Oh, no.
But you used your reaction,
You
right?
use your shield.
Yeah, my shield.
What's your AC?
It could. My AC is 14, and
Join me in death.
Oh god, the shield only gives me a 3. So
It hits then.
I'm down
I
now.
mean,
Down
yeah.
now.
I mean, it only needs to do 1 hit point,
Mm-hmm.
and it does 2. as if to add more injury.
I think I bite, but then just gently just really
The clawed hand slams into your head, knocking you unconscious. You are now on death saving throws as well. Would you like to use the
pretty dice? Yes.
purple dice of doom?
Yes, it's pretty.
Bloody hell. Shafar looks at this dragon, which towers on the staircase, and charges it. Just meow!
God, it has.
Oh lord. He's gonna try and attack it twice, recklessly, because why not? 19. Oh, that definitely hits.
Ooh.
Go on, Shafar.
Oh my boy.
MVP, you know? Alright. That's really... You know what? Shafar has done decent damage. Like, relentlessly. Oh, he can bonus action, I'm pretty sure, attack again.
Yeah, as
What am I
we
doing?
said, there can only be 4 members of the party. So.
That's ruthless.
Yeah.
How many members do we have now, though?
You've got 4.
4.
Yeah. You got an item.
Oh.
Yeah, we don't carry Gary. We don't count
carry
Gary.
Gary.
Gary carries me.
you. Yeah.
That's 40 points of damage.
Not a kid.
What an absolute
I'm
tank.
so glad he's here.
Sorry, Elijah, you have been replaced now officially.
Oh, that's absolutely fine. Is he going to get? He's going to get my money, isn't he? He was like, well,
Yeah, Shafar just starts carving into this creature with his great sword, just shouting, meow! Relentlessly. Oh, woof. Okay, that's dead. Senna, it's time for your first death saving throw. As you're falling unconscious, you can hear in your head, just let it happen.
Really
succumb.
creepy.
Okay, I'm really sad to tell you that that's 1 failed death saving throw.
Alright.
join me in death.
Oh.
Your life shall become mine, you hear.
I agree with that.
Devrin, you can see in front of you as this like cacophony of like purple flame just misses you. You see Elijah fall, turn into this weird white pasty creature and start to strike out at Senna, who then drops unconscious onto the floor, the dragon prowling, looking as if it's about to enact more damage upon the body. But Shafar rages in, screaming meow, attacking it twice, standing in between Senna and him.
So
What do you wanna do?
I've not heard this creature talk to Senna at all. It's all been in Senna's head, hasn't it? So, and it's come from the blackness from behind where the flesh creature was. So Devrim is going to assume that this is part of the ritual and this is the thing that's been summoned. So I'm going to point the sun sword at it and I'm going to say, I wish for this dragon to be returned to the place it once came. Or where it come from. I said that weird, but you know. I wish for the dragon to be returned to where it came from.
Nice. Okay. Give me 1 second.
It's not on the list of things that you can normally do with Wish. But
actually, technically it is, because it's a banish spell.
It's a good point.
Ninth level, is it? Or
no, if I'm going to do it as a spell, it would be anything 8th level or lower, so I could cast a 8th level banish on it. But
yeah, if that's possible. I don't know if banish is upcastable, is it?
It doesn't do anything if you outcast it, no.
I super sense.
You can just target more creatures.
Yeah, but I wouldn't know what the DC would be, because...
Charisma.
I think 'cause it's a wish spell.
I'm just asking for it to go. Yeah, I haven't stated it.
Why?
Yeah.
Why?
When you cast it 5th level or higher, you can choose someone else. You could just banish everything here.
Alright, everybody get the fuck out!
Everybody fuck off! My best friend just died, and I'm like, oh, I'm your best friend? Like, ghost me, like...
Wait, that's pushing it.
Yeah, acquaintance. I know him from work.
Yeah. He's a friend from work.
Yeah.
Hey.
No, I love him. Beg your pardon?
Let it happen, Tom.
Okay.
Let it happen.
Here we go. Right, that's definitely a fail. The dragon looks up at you as you point the sun sword at it, blazing with like radiant energy. And it looks down at Senna and goes to make a claw attack, but as it does so, it's pulled back, and you can see from the darkness of the staircases the shadow which comes from the torches and which also fall from its own shadow. It starts to like sink into the actual floor of the shadows itself, and it's trying desperately to crawl and claw at Senna. It's slowly being dragged back down into nothingness. And as that happens, do you have any bonus actions?
I mean, yeah, that would be my action window. What would be my bonus? What would it be? The runes will glow, and I will heal myself slightly, just in case, for 9. I'll heal myself for 9.
Smart move, as there's still an undead skeleton which will rush you.
Oh yeah, shit, that thing's there. I thought you meant bloody Elijah.
That's my skin! Hey, it's me, Elijah.
It rolled a 15 to hit you.
No, that misses.
Yeah, you like hear the shuffling of its body coming towards you, like, as it like claws down against you. It hits your shield, doing 0 damage. Fluffles, 'tis your turn.
Cool. I guess I'll go and try and stabilize Senna.
Yeah. Yeah, you can see this white corpse like moving towards you slowly.
Ooh. I mean, I knew you were a changeling. I just didn't think it'd be this close. Okay, dear. We'll deal with that in a minute. Senna!
Have a blade to the brain.
Pushed out.
Yeah. This tiny
Right.
cat. Like...
Make a medicine check.
Okay, that is a 12 plus 2.
12 plus 2. You managed to stabilize Senna. You are still unconscious. Do you want to use any bonus actions or anything like that?
I bonus action dodge in case someone tries to hit me.
Someone. Which the zombie will do.
Yep. Yeah.
I'm hungry.
No, I've never actually taken dodge before. I don't even know what it does.
They have disadvantage to attack you, basically.
Excellent.
Which is a natural 1.
Hey.
I remember how rude you were just then. I was like, hey, I'm handsome.
Your hand like starts to cramp up and you're like, oh. As you will now take a D4 penalty to your next attack roll. Shafar like looks at where the dragon once was and turns to you, Fluffles, and says, should we kill the weird creature?
It is
The pale
returning
thing.
from whence it came.
No, I mean this one.
Oh,
And he points to Elijah's body. That's like,
That's Elijah. I don't know what we're going to do about him.
I mean, that is zombie now.
He's zombie now. I don't know if there's anything we can do about zombie.
He's gonna just like with the butt of his sword, just like crunch into the side of his head.
It's like a perfect zombie film where it's like, yeah, we tied him up and took him with us because we'll find a cure. I'm just at the back going,
like the end of Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah. No fighting.
Dragon Daddy, help.
Well, he definitely hits you. I feel like he's gonna knock you unconscious.
Oh no!
If it's possible to knock a dead creature unconscious.
I like to think for whatever sentience I have, I'm playing dead. I'm like, no, I'm slain. I'm just gonna lie here for a bit.
Experience.
Yeah.
The moment you play dead, that's when you get decapitated. Like,
Yeah.
don't recommend.
Yeah. Shafar just starts like cracking you in the head with the butt of his sword. Just going, meow, meow. As you drop unconscious, he starts like tie up the body.
I've still got tongues
it's less
cast on
unconscious,
me,
more like incapable, as he's like caving in your head. You're like, he starts tying up, like hog tying the body up. He's like, this is very strange. I've never seen a dragon do something like this. And that is his turn. Senna, you are conscious and unconscious still. Devrim, it is your turn.
I'm going to take 2 swings at this creature that is still trying to attack me.
Yeah, go for it.
Question, was it banishment that I did with the wish? Okay, so
Yeah.
Devon doesn't know this, but I'm holding concentration on it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to attack this creature twice. Yeah, Tom. It could come back, Tom. 14 to hit.
Join me. It's great being dead. We all float down here.
That's a 14 on the first
hits.
one. Second one's going to be 12.
12 hits.
Oh, good. Okay, so, and it's undead, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so that is going to be 14 points of radiant damage. And
Nice.
19 points of radiant damage.
Ooh.
You managed to cut this thing into pieces, just Xing this thing into 2 as its body slumps down. That is the end of combat.
Go for that.
Senna, you're unconscious right now. And in your unconscious state, you are in darkness floating. And floating towards you is this large purple glowing creature, this dragon, which put you down.
Mhm.
It looks at you and starts to shift into your form. You recognize yourself, but as if you were undead.
Mhm.
And as if you were lit by purple flame. And it says, the veil between us is thin. You may have escaped this time, but your friends can't be with you all the time. I will be back for you, Senna. Your life will be mine.
Why me?
It looks at you and says, it like goes into like a pocket that you have,
Mhm.
and it pulls out a card, and the skull is on the card, and it says, fate. and the card burns in like purple flame. And so do you, as you feel anguish and pain and sadness.
Mm-hmm.
And you look around you, and you are in this world of black and white, where there is no light, there is no color, mountains that go on for days, and no stars in the sky. And you just feel yourself burning. The rest of you, on the floor is Senna, who seems to be sweating profusely, unconscious. Elijah, who is still, but in this white, undead changeling form, which I think you all knew about.
Devrin.
Oh, Devrin didn't know.
Devrin didn't know.
Yeah, Shafar goes, what is going on here?
Okay, so Elijah is a changeling, was impersonating Senna's twin brother for reasons unknown. I think he just wanted family. I don't know when it all started. Does Senna have a real twin out there? Who knows, really?
Dun, dun, dun. I mean, we could quickly have a look around the area to see if there's anything that we can use to help.
I thought you meant for the brother.
Is there a brother here around here? To see if we can find Senna another brother. Quick.
Gary!
Gary.
Gary's like
Gary
running down the
Green.
stairs like, hey guys!
If I had a wish left, I could have asked for another brother.
Not bring me back, but like...
I didn't think of that. No, I'd like to look
Gary
around.
comes down and he gets the deck of cards and he's like,
I mean, that is an option. I did get some wishes out of that.
Get the zombie to pull a card.
I mean, that is an option, isn't it?
The zombie's got a castle now.
Oh no, you've got to do it willingly. You've got to know how many you're pulling. I guess the zombie's not conscious enough to be like, oh yeah, I'll pull the card.
That's great.
Fluffles, should we have a look to see if there's anything around here first? Something that might either help Senna or help Elijah or both.
We'll have a
Either
look.
or.
Gary, have you got any smelling salts on you?
Gary pulls out some catnip.
That's good for me, not good for the half-orcs. Oh.
He's like, it's pretty good, isn't it?
You try and wake up Senna with the catnip, we'll have a look around.
Is that what Gary's been doing? He's been nipping at the back. Gary!
Just like, oh god, oh, that's a dragon.
Maybe if I'm good, I'll become a cat one day. It's very what we do in the shadows. Like, one day I'll become the cat.
Blessings of Kellogg. Devrim and Fluffles, make an investigation check. You can either help one another, like one of you can have advantage, or you can make separate investigation checks.
Investigate.
Can add a d8 onto my roll.
I will help you.
Cool. Excellent. So 19 on its own,
Ooh.
plus 5. And then I could add a d8 on top of there if it would get me something extra, but...
A 19 plus 5 will be enough, to be fair.
Oh, good.
With a 24. You immediately point out the forge. And you're like, well, this is like honor to the gods. And Devrim, you're like, well, it is a forge of Moradin. Like, to restart it would be to do a great deed for a god. This is a temple, a place of worship, and this is a forge where this is the worship of your ancestors that has been lost to time.
We could relight the forge as a sort of homage to Moradin. I don't know where I stand with him.
Well, judging by the west of this party, I'd say you have the closest shot here.
Okay. I'll walk over to the forge, clear out any shadow, dangerous, dirty muck that might be in it. Spend some time doing
You
this.
go into the forge and the portal's disappeared. Like, and all the sort of strange, like, texture to the ground that once was, like the idea that it was moving and it was like living darkness, is gone. And also the like pure darkness that was almost suppressive feels less so now. There's no longer a presence to the darkness. There's no longer despair to the darkness. It just feels like normal darkness once more.
Okay, I will hold the sun sword. I know doesn't deal fire damage, but I'm just going to hold it to the kindling and use that to set it aflame.
Nice.
I'll then de-ignite my sunblades, pull out my war pick, and I'll climb up onto where I'm guessing this is quite a large forge. I'll climb up onto where the anvil is and I'll start smacking on it with the war pick.
Nice.
As if I'm forging something.
Like calling for something.
Yeah.
Nice. Senna, as you're having this horrible nightmare, you are brought back to consciousness through the smell of something weird, and also the loud ringing of an anvil being hit upon a forge. You return to consciousness, and you see before you the writhing body of what was once Elijah, still, doing that. Shafar is like bent over you with Gary, looking at you like, are you okay?
No. Why is my brother a zombie?
Shafar looks at Gary, and Gary looks at Shafar and says, I'm a backpack man.
Thank you for the catnip.
Gary nods and holds out the deck to you.
I slap Gary. Bag.
Thought it would cheer you up.
That's the perfect payoff to that.
It would have cheered Fluffles up. He like cries into like the deck.
Don't hit Gary.
Pop up behind you. Yes, it would have cheered me up, but Senna,
Yes.
I am sorry about Elijah. I had hoped he would tell you himself about this before this.
About the zombie?
No, so Elijah is not naturally a zombie, but naturally a changeling. But he's now a zombie. There might be something we can do about it. A magic world we live in. That's why he's not dead.
Has he got anything metal on him?
I have a sword.
Oh, we should take the pointy thing away.
The fire starts to like glow with the heat, and it seems to like unnaturally heat up hotter and faster, and the temple itself also seems to glow with more light as Devrim says these words.
I'll take Elijah's fancy rapier.
Which again was given to me by a god, so if you're going to sacrifice anything...
I'm going to place it on the anvil, and I'm just going to start smacking on it, and my runes begin to glow like the fire orange, and I just start smacking at it, and I'm just thinking to myself, I don't quite know how to do this, but Moradin, if you can... Do I know Elijah's god's name?
No.
Moradin, if you can hear this, the god of Elijah, if you can hear this, Cat Lord, if you can hear this, Dragon Daddy, if you can hear this, if any of you can hear this, we have stopped the evil below the mountains in Zakhara. We have saved countless lives. We've reignited the forge of Moradin, yes. And I'll say the other god's name, which you said earlier that I can't remember.
It is.
I'll invoke them as well.
Vartak Kawal Tal.
Vartak Kawal Kak. Is that right?
Tal.
Tal, sorry.
Vartak Kwatal.
Too many things for me. But I'll keep slamming on this item and I'll be like, please, we lost one of ours. Help us. And if the forge begins melting the sword down, I want to try and forge it into like a medallion or something that symbolizes all of us.
Yeah.
4 of us, not 5 of us. Just, bad luck.
Gary in the background. Hey.
You start to like pull out all the old tools.
It's a 5-point wheel, but one of the points is blank.
Nice. You start to like pull out all the tools, and you take this magic weapon, the 9 Lives Stealer, and this shouldn't happen. You know this, but when you start to heat the sword up, it starts to glow, and you can melt the metal down, and you melt the blade down, and you remove the blade from the handle using the forge, and it glows with a white light, not like an ember that would usually an orange glow from metal. It glows with a white holy light, and you start to smith and work this. Would you like to make me a smithing check, please, at advantage?
I do have smith's tools. So what would that be?
You can choose which skill you feel like you would use right now, and just add a proficiency bonus to it.
I think I would use athletics because I'm hitting it.
Yeah.
Not just because it's my highest.
Yeah, just do a strength with your proficiency bonus plus, and then at advantage.
That's a 17 with advantage.
Beautiful.
Nice. You slowly melt this thing down and start to rework it into a disc. And then you heat it up once more, then start to work out the pieces, the wheel that you're trying to create, the wheel that you're trying to forge. You keep it hot, you keep it tempered, you keep it moving as you carve new symbols to represent each of you. And the one that is missing for Elijah, you leave blank. It takes you a good few hours to do this. In the meantime, Shafar starts to move Elijah's body like into a cupboard somewhere.
No, you won't put me in a cupboard. No.
And like closes the door with like a scratch of his head, saying, "I don't think anybody needs to see this any longer. It's probably not right."
The sound of down things in the cupboard being destroyed.
Down from the stairs, old Taxin comes and is like, "I miss everything. Oh, everything okay?"
I'm just waiting on some forging.
Okay.
Do you know anything about making zombies not zombies?
That's a strange question, but no.
Well, I could
And I was
ask.
just sitting in front of the cupboard, just like crying.
I'm gonna try to send a message back to the consulate, let them know that you guys have arrived and things are looking up a little. I'll be back in a bit. He goes back upstairs, out of the forge, out of
Fully
the
armed.
Yeah, he did also come back with like 2 pistols, like ready for battle. It's like, I guess I missed it. I ran as fast as I could. He's a little out of breath. Scales sweaty.
Mum spaghetti.
Do you explore the tomb as well? Well, the temple, should I say?
It's a tomb now.
Yeah, well, yeah. The temple.
I think I do a little explore after I just say, Senna, if whatever the hell Devwin's doing up there very noisily doesn't do much, I have a question for the Cat Lord. I could see if there's anything that can be done for Elijah. Because they weren't the 5th member. It's not white.
Thank you.
Okay. I'm just going to do a little scout while we wait.
You have like a little look around, going through all the cupboards. Probably as Devrin's like emptying things out, you realize he's like gone past stuff, and you're like, well, there's clearly something cool in there. You managed to find a sword of life stealing, which is a rapier.
Oh, hell yeah.
You find a elven chain shirt,
Okay.
a belt of dwarven kind, and an amulet of health.
Amulet of health, that's... okay.
It's a bit late now, but yeah.
I was going to say, all of this would have been useful like 20 minutes ago.
You spend a bit of time sort of going through these things and like admiring the fancifulness of it all. After a little bit, of time, bloody, what's his name? Old Taxon comes back down. No, not you. Old Taxon comes back down, like guns all stored up, like a little bit more like cleaner, and he comes down. He says, "I got a message to the Constant, and they're going to be sending more boats up." He seems short, which is strange because I thought he'd been more happy about this, but his message just seemed to encourage you to get back here as soon as you can.
I seem maybe fewer words is good sign.
Yeah. Oh, one more thing you did find, Fluffles. Within the dead body of the large Eric Mooseman, you found a little golden statuette of a pigeon.
Pigeon gods.
Pigeon posse.
What is this?
Do you want to roll a history check?
Yes.
Or do you remember? Yeah.
11 and 13, 15, 16, 17, 18.
Within 18, you remember a similar statuette
I do.
that was found within. Where is? God damn it!
It was a marketplace, wasn't it?
I've highlighted all the important names apart
It
from
was in
that
the
one.
Constance office, wasn't it?
There was two, yeah.
There was one in the Constance office, and I think there's one on that marketplace for that guy.
Market stall, yeah.
Yeah,
And he said it was a gift from Bashir.
And they're all going back to Bashir. Dwagon, Buttgun, what do you know of these pigeons?
The Dragonborn like looks at you with the golden statue and is like, well, rats with wings more than anything, I guess. They taste good if you have wherewithal to eat one properly and cook one properly, but they carry disease sometimes. They're good for messages.
No, the statue. I know what a pigeon is. Do I
it's
look
a
like an
statue
idiot to you?
No, not at all. But like a very fine tabaxi. I just I don't know. I don't know what you're trying to get at with this statue, Malaki.
Are you useless?
Well, that has been said for the first time in my life. Just sort of like seems a little bit thrown off by all of this. Scratches his head with a claw. So it looks at Senna's like, they usually like this?
Oh, they're usually crying a lot less.
Oh, okay. Well, you know.
They lost a
what it
brother
is.
today.
Oh, yeah? Oh,
Yeah,
there was another one of you,
yeah.
wasn't there?
In the cupboard, zombie. Who saw it?
The zombie.
Oh, that's why you were asking about the zombie thing earlier.
It's useless.
You finish, Devrim, the medallion, and you turn and you look up the stairs, and from the glow you can see the glow of Moradin reflecting, well, the light of the forge reflecting off the statue of Moradin, and the light of the forge also reflecting off the statue of Vata Kawalta. And you walk up to the statue. What do you say as you walk up to both of them as they face inwards, looking at you on the staircase?
I'll have the wall pick in one hand, the medallion in the other, and I'll just.
You've cooled it down. It's good to touch.
Yeah.
You know,
like Temple of Doom. Oh no, Razor's Lost Ark.
Yeah.
The medallion itself is obviously a medallion. It's got 5 segments to it. The first segment has got a carve out of Fluffles, with like a silhouette of Fluffles with a silhouette of Gary and Jafar behind, with the cat lord above. The next bit is it's got
the
Senna.
bad guy from Aladdin's here.
Jafar.
Jafar. Oh, and then is it Jafar or Jafar?
Shafar.
Jafar.
Not
Sorry.
so
Sorry.
fast, Jafar.
Sorry. And then the next piece has got Senna, and then above it is Senna and a silhouette of Senna and Elijah in half-orc form, and then Dragon Daddy behind. Then there's Devrim, nothing, and Moradin in the Forge. And then the last bit would be Elijah in half-orc form, Elijah in his now silhouetted changeling form, and then Elijah's god from the description that Elijah has given me over the years. And then the last piece of it is just completely blank because, we don't do fifth party members in this party. So I'll take it up to Moradin and I'll hold the war pick above it, ready to smash down into it one final time. And I'll just allow me to bring my friend back as payment for in service to you and for bringing this forge back to your light. Help me, and then I'll just crash down onto it and hope something happens.
You slam the war pick onto the medallion, and it rings out loudly in the chamber. And there's silence. You look around, and then you can just hear from the cupboard. And you feel despair in your heart. And you turn to go down the stairs, and you feel a hand on your shoulder. And you turn, and the statue of Moradin is leaning down with its hand on your shoulder. Its eyes glowing white. And from its mouth, a white glow happens. And you can hear in your heart that your family has been forgiven. And the forge erupts in white light. And as the light blinds all of you, you feel forgiveness comes with its benefits. And the knocking stops from the cupboard. And the statue returns to its original position. What do you do?
Open the cupboard.
Senna?
I'm scared and I'm looking as well.
You start to slowly open the cupboard, and your dark vision hits before the light hits. And in the cupboard, you can see the pale form, Lent, still tied up, but it doesn't seem to be writhing anymore. And its eyes are closed.
Elijah?
The form seems to be unconscious as you slowly open and the light bathes on its face. But there is certainly life to its pale skin. It's breathing.
I can only do it once. Never mind, I was going to cast Cure Wounds. I can only do it once.
And the only other healer is unconscious, so...
Have an amulet of health.
Could I give it to him? Can I give it to him, please?
I think it'll just raise his hit point maximum.
I think he needs to attune to it as well.
Yeah, as well.
Well, if he leaves me unconscious for like an hour...
I have a rapier of life stealing. If that would, I don't know. That wouldn't. No.
No.
Is it?
I mean, if you kill
What's
me
that?
with it...
Moradin giveth and I taketh.
Gary,
Everything
the
has a
catnip.
The nip!
The nip.
Gary bundles into this cupboard. His backpacks take up most of the room. Elijah, you are in a cold wasteland, and you are trudging through snow, and you can see a cave up in the distance with a fire growing.
Well, this makes sense then. Well, had a good run. So are we. Hell. Afterlife. I also like to point out, Devon, I never told you what my god looked like. I've been elusive all these years. I'm like, has arms.
It's an androgynous silhouette on your part of the medallion, then.
Very, very sensible. I don't think Elijah totally knows. Is it Old Lady? Is it...
Old Lady God.
Old Lady God. Yeah, trudging through the snow.
You trudge through the snow to the fire and its glow in the cave side. And you sit by it, warming yourself. And as you look round the cave, there are beautiful paintings, like a caveman's paintings, of animals, of snakes, of wolves, of people who seem to be just as big as these wolves, larger if not. Larger than the snake even. And the snake seems to be pretty big, it takes up quite a lot of the space. And you hear from behind you a slight chuckle. And as you turn towards the chuckle, there's a figure at the cave side wearing pelts, and the storm is brushing past them. And they come into it, and the light glows upon their face, and they have quite a thin face with dark black hair, jet black, and eyes that glow green.
I mean, it's not my fire, but please do sit and warm yourself.
Thank you, stranger. And they sit down and warm their hands at the fire, and they say, well, seems that the jig is up for you.
It appears I've met with a terrible fate, yes.
You ever think it was going to go this way?
Well, to be honest, I would have liked to have had a chance to talk to my sister to explain, but...
She's not your sister.
Oh,
he smiles at you.
Oh, well, you spend enough time in role. Nearly 16 years. And, well, you can't con an honest man, but, I had a good run. And let's say I got too invested in the character. But, so it goes.
You look down as you say that, and as you look back up, you can see your orcish form, where this man once was. And he says, getting invested in roles is not a bad thing, I guess, but it's part of the fun of it, but you should really learn to try to temper yourself and find yourself in a position where you don't get caught. Otherwise, it makes me look bad,
I apologize. I have no intention of insulting you, and also sorry about invoking the name of Moradin earlier. I just was hoping to send a missive out into the universe.
You see as you blink, the form changes into that of the statue of Moradin that you were looking at, also warming its hand by the fires, and it says, yes, in fairness, that was quite annoying. You think one would be more loyal, considering they have blood of your veins.
Well, I know now, hey?
It turns back into this dark-haired male figure and looks at you as crosses its arms and sort of leans back a little bit with its legs crossed as well. Says, well, luckily for you, your friend invoked Moradin too, but did a bit of a better job.
Wow, that doesn't surprise me. Good for him.
The real question is do you want to go back? And he stands up and he looks out into the storm, which is starting to subside now. And he indicates for you to follow.
I get up and walk aside. I mean, I assume you've got other things you want me to do. Come on, second chance. Try and fix what I broke.
I'm all about breaking things, really. But they have to be the right things.
Of course.
Freedom is the most important thing to me. Freedom to do as we will, as we want. And there are those who would control us. Those who would, well, make things uneasy for the rest of the world. All for good, don't get me wrong. Do good as do good. But sometimes they go a little too far. It's up to you. You're welcome to travel Valhalla with me. And he points as the sun starts to rise. And you can see like the beautiful landscape start to come into view as the snow stops. Or you can head back and get up to more mischief.
I shift to look like him. I mean, you know, you got to take your fun where you can get it, right?
Well then, you probably should wake up. And as you hear that, you wake up as Gary's like rubbing catnip in your face.
I think I panic, turn into Gary, then turn back, and I'm like,
Gary screams as he like slowly busts back out of his cupboard.
Right.
Elijah! Just kind of like, you're alive, you're not gross and creepy, and then like zombie dude.
I mean, I'm gross and cold. I mean, I am gross and creepy as. It's good to see you. I died.
I know.
Give me some really some look at your face and shift. Hello.
Hi.
Hello. Yeah, there's no point in lying. I'm changeling.
Oh, you mean the different faces? Yeah, I know.
Oh.
Yeah.
How long have you known?
I remember when we were like 8 and you got super sick, and then I had to look after you and like feed your soup. Well, you sort of like convulsed a little bit on the bed, and then your face went all weird. Yeah.
I mean, I can safely say no, I don't remember that.
Oh no, of course you wouldn't, because you were like super unconscious, and then you farted. It was real disgusting. But
I was dying, but oops. Okay. Well,
Big
Fluffles knows. Fluffles is.
Oh.
I don't know about Devrin.
Yep.
So, first of all, heard that you brought me back. Invoked Morin, thanks for that. Also, hello, it's me. Elijah is my name. I took Elijah because it's easier to say, but you can keep calling me Elijah or thank you all. There's a look at Fluffles as well. Like, I guess you don't have that told over me anymore. Sorry about that.
What would you prefer?
I mean, Elijah works, does it not? It just kept us going for this long. I mean, now the jig is up. I could be anything I like, but this works. Yes.
Shafar from the back just goes, I find this very unsettling.
I don't know why. As I turn into Shafar and the change back, it's all good.
I'd just like to point out as well that I was the only one that didn't actually know.
I mean, I'm telling you now. I
don't have a problem with it. You're entitled to your own secrets, but it's good. It's good that we know a bit more about each other now. My family's no longer cursed.
Happy days! Congratulations! I clap my boots together because my hands are tied. Like, congratulations! Yes, you did a good thing. Side-eyeing the statue a bit. So I'm like, I don't trust anything in this place anymore.
Should we go back to the constant before any like more dragon things try coming through portals?
Taxon goes, I'm not a dragon, I'm a dragonborn, and I didn't come through no portal.
No, but a rather large, shadowy type dragon did, and that's what killed Elijah.
I burnt alive. It was horrible.
It hurt.
Okay, well, that is awful. But yeah, let's get out of here. Let's get some sunlight on our faces, and maybe I can even find a bottle of rum somewhere. We can have a drink.
Sounds good. Can someone untie me, please?
No, you died. This is your punishment for dying.
Okay, I'll stay in closet.
Harry can carry or something.
Ellie,
Yeah.
do your thing.
Gary puts the deck of money things away. It's just
No, Gary.
lifts you onto his shoulders.
Can we just make his punishment to draw a card?
No.
Oh,
I mean, if you want to kill me after, let's do it.
Good point. No, let's not do that. And
No. I've promised trickery and whimsy. If you want to stick me in a hole again, that's fine, Devrin. I mean, you got your family back. That's something.
Well, no, I need to go find them.
Complications.
You're still on Gary's back and a fireman left.
Yeah.
That's where he's dying. Punishment.
You all walk out of the mine, and after about good half 4 hours or so, the boats start to arrive, and by the evening time, you make it back to the city proper.
I think during the time that this has been happening, while we've been waiting, and hopefully taking a short rest,
Yeah, you can take short rests.
Yeah.
I've been I've pulled out some paper and pencil or paper and quill or whatever, and I've started drawing plans and stuff, and basically I'm making blueprints to make things, which is something that I've never done before. But I've just got all these ideas in my head that I just start writing things down. But yes.
Nice.
Fluffles is curiously quiet on the way back. Gary has all of the items, and Fluffles has the pigeon and tucked away and is kind of very vigilant, looking out for pigeons.
Very nice. Make me a wisdom saving throw.
Sure.
Ugh.
Only
Power
good
of
things
pigeons.
come of wisdom saving throws. 16.
Great. What do you guys? Did any of you discuss anything in particular as you head back?
I think I probably should have a conversation with my sister. So, do you have any questions for me, or?
Not really.
No?
I mean, I don't know. All I know is that you are my brother, so it doesn't matter what you look like or your god is and stuff like that. You're my brother.
Yeah. This is not a bad way to look at it. Yes, we are. And you are my sister.
Leans on him.
Gary leans on you, Fluffles, and says, "And I'm your backpack."
You are, Gowie. Now don't touch me.
I'm still on Gary's shoulder. I'm just having this conversation dangling over the shoulder.
Oh no, you've been put down now.
Okay. I'm still tied up, I assume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody's untied you yet.
No.
Yeah.
For comedic effect.
I mean, I turn into a halfling and then turn back into an orc. I'm like, I can get out of it. It's fine. No, that's Well, it explains. You're going to have to tell your father, your dragon daddy, that the reason he didn't feel a connection is because, yeah.
He's a dragon, though. I probably knew.
Well, I assume everyone knows. I suppose the constant knew. The
I
Count
didn't.
knew. Well,
Well, that's your different.
Gary's
Devin-
like, I knew.
How did you know?
It was obvious.
I'm not very perceptive.
Vision gave it away.
You're incredibly sus.
I mean, rude but true. Seems that I am sus.
Anytime anybody brought up the fact that you were brother and sister, you acted real weird. It was an obvious tell.
I mean,
also the dark vision, like Master says.
Yes, I think I might need to. And I have lost the blessing. You know, the sort of look. I have lost the gift from my my lovely old lady. It seems.
What, your lady's gone somewhere?
My sword is gone. I guess. I mean, I talked to my god, and it's yeah.
Pockets that medallion.
You do not talk to your god. Well, you do talk to your god because you talk to your papa. No, it's yeah. Can I make like a religion check to try and work out, you know, for like having now heard words like Valhalla?
Yeah. Make a religion check.
16. Oh, it also rolled a 21. Let's go
did,
with
yeah.
16. Yeah, it's doing the thing again.
Tell you what, you can roll me a highs or lows.
Highs.
If it's highs, you get the highest one.
Yeah,
if it's
highs,
lows, you get the lower one.
16 is still good.
Do you want to just roll it myself?
Yeah, go on.
All right. No, it's lows. You got 16. With the 16, you're like trying to think of like Valhalla. You're like, I don't know what that is. You're like, I don't know.
I mean, I've gone this long not knowing, so
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's more. Yeah, I guess there's. At the end of the day, this like, you know, person that you've descended from seems to be pretty mysterious. And that's how they seem to like it, apparently.
Yeah. Also, I said con recognize con. Not great to blab all the secrets. I'm like, yeah, I'll keep some.
If anything, they're teaching you how to like how to keep a mystery going.
What? Not to every time I'm like, brother, go, brother. I mean, brother. Yeah, okay.
Also, they barely told you anything.
No.
But they kept you talking. Anyway, you start to enter Hyala again, and as you do, you walk back up to the offices, and you can see that there seems to be quite a lot of like commotion, and there is a lot of like hushed tones to the day, like the evening, should I say? There's literally no sounds of celebration or anything like that. Everything is quite quiet. There is still movement. There's still people eating food and stuff, but everybody seems quite dour and low in tone. And you're walking with Old Taxon as well.
What do you reckon this is about? Do you reckon it's something to do with the constant, with the shortness of the message that was received, or?
Possibly. Maybe it was a double-pronged attack, you know. Something came through the portal. Who knows what other portals might have been opened.
Oh god, do you think he's here? Do you think the creepy dragon shadow man is there? Oh god.
I
The
hope
pigeons.
not. The pigeons.
Check for pigeons.
Okay.
Make a perception check.
Yeah, I will also make a perception check.
Yeah, we're all going to look for pigeons.
Yeah.
I will not.
5. I think I just look at Fluffles like pigeons.
9.
21.
21.
Mhm.
You like look up into the air, and you can see a few pigeons watching you.
Rumble.
Just like on like rooftops.
Look back down at the little statue. I'm like,
Cool.
I have some questions, and I don't know where this goes.
You make it back to the Constance office, and Ikram sort of stands looking a bit disheveled and just sort of says, just one moment, and goes to the door, opens it and closes it behind themselves.
I mean, just sit and wait, I suppose, until I'm slightly concerned that we may have done something wrong.
Not
As-
supposed.
As you're like discussing that, just literally just the time which Devon has the ability to say that, Ikram comes back out. The Arakoka still looks a bit flustered and says, "You four, and your bag can come in. The other two stay outside." Hi, Altix. Sorry, just Altix, and just stay for a bit. He just wants to speak to the ones that were here earlier.
Stride in with as much confidence as we can muster.
I'm doing my best to not reveal that my hands are still bound. I'm just like, yeah, just gonna put my hands in my robes. Everything's fine.
Quickly untie.
Thank you, much appreciated.
Yeah, fine.
You enter the room, and the coffee table, which was like neatly led, is now filled with a large bucket. And stood over the bucket is the Constant with a rag, and their clothes are completely red with blood and dark blood. And they're currently washing blood off their face and off their hair, which is dyed pink from the amount of blood that's all over them. And they are like washing their arms, and they look at you and they're like, "Come in."
Thank you. Are you...
They like unbutton their shirt a little bit as they're like washing their neck.
Gay?
We also
Yes.
hope that's someone else's blood, that you are well.
It is my soldiers, the people who work for me, my friends.
Oh,
Seeing there was an attack during the festivities today. Seems like they thought I'd be less protected than I was. Not that that would have done them any good. Please take a seat, and this time, help yourself to a drink. There is no test.
Who thought you to be less protected? And why would they think that?
Whoever sent assassins. Lots of assassins.
These yak assassins, by any chance?
No, not at all. These were people with nothing to lose, apparently.
Was their eyes blue?
Not at all. Is there something that you know that I don't?
Well, we just had to sort something pretty big out, and these yak people with flaming blue eyes and other things, obviously.
Yes, well, I'm glad I sent you rather than my own men. It feels like they would have been sent into a slaughterhouse. What was wrong with the mines?
Some sort of yak worship trying to bring through some creature, some big flesh creature, and then a rather large dragon made of shadow.
The faceless, they call themselves.
That's the one.
They wear masks.
Worshippers are the faceless one, and they start to like wash their like heads with all the water and try to get the blood out their hair. And the grey starts to come back, the white grey.
There was an ancient temple to Moradin, and says the other god's name, down there. Josh literally cannot say it.
No, it's alright. They listen to that and they ponder. That sounds familiar. I knew I liked that mine. Right. And they've got to that, have they? The workers or these yak folk as well?
We killed them?
And it seems to have been re-sanctified. The forge of Moradin has been relit, so...
Well, I'm sure both Moradin and Latakwal Tal will be very, very pleased with you. And so with your master, the Count. I suppose I should get you payment, shouldn't I?
I just wanted to ask very quickly. This for the little statue. Found this? The yak people?
The
Oh,
Constant. moves with purpose towards you and holds their hand out for the statue. Do you hand it to them?
Kind of wait there for an answer first.
Can I have a look, please?
Are you going to answer my questions and tell me what this is?
I think it might be a setup.
To be less vague?
They go over to their counter where they have their own, and they pick it up and they hold it next to yours, and they are identical. And with that, the Constant crushes this thing in their bare hand.
Oh.
Ow!
And you can hear the gold bend as they turn it, and as they open their hand, it's as if the gold was putty. This was easy for them to do. They then go to a door and just chuck it out. They go to the window, sorry, and just chuck it out the window. And they turn to you and they say, "Could I have the other one, please?"
Give me some answers first. Adorable eyes.
They look at you and they say, "I believe Bashir is behind all of this, and I will be seeing Bashir myself for recompense. Seems that Bashir has decided that he wants more territory. His little demi-plane isn't enough for him. But do not worry about that." And he smiles. "I will go there myself and have words with Bashir, even after I have to drag him out myself. I do not take an attack on my life lightly. Now, may I have the pigeon? I've known magic users to look at people through them, and I fear that he might have given me it to look into my house, my home."
Can I insight this? Because I'm feeling like there's an undertone I'm not picking up on.
Yeah, make an insight check.
I wanted to do it too.
Go on then.
Why not?
I've still got some of my d8s left. Okay, cool. 18.
Dirty 20.
18.
Yeah,
I
With the
also rolled an
18s.
18.
Yeah.
Nice, okay, hello.
Again,
With
Con
18s.
recognized Con here. Just like,
Yeah, the Constant believes that Bashir is a talented magic user. He's now actually thinking rationally. He thought this was just a little trinket that was given to him, but he clearly knows that Bashir knew something that he shouldn't have known. So the only way he'd known that is if he was spying on it. And he believes, through his knowledge of magic, that he was using this to be scried upon. And he's suggesting that yours will do the same to you.
Okay.
Yeah, as you hand it over, the Constant crushes it with their hand and then just chucks it out.
I could have done that as well.
They look at you and smile. And they close the window. "Please, help yourself to a drink. I'll be back." And they walk over to a bookshelf. And as they walk over to the bookshelf, they pull a book out, and the whole bookshelf just moves back, and there is a stone tunnel leading downwards. And they turn back and they say, "Do not follow me." And then they go down the bookshelf corridor, and as they do so, the bookshelf resets back.
I have no intention of following. I also have no intention of drinking anything
no.
at the
No.
minute.
Mm-mm.
I'll be honest, the sooner we can get out of here, the better.
Yes.
Stumbled into some sort of inner politics of the city with that assassination attempts. Let's just leave them to it.
I was going to say, hopefully the Count will accept that we've done our job and we can... I don't want to come back here. Not for a long time. If ever. Sorry, Devrin, I'm sure you love
Well,
this
I'm not
place.
originally from here. I'm coming
Well-
back to Faerun with you.
Good, stay with...
I've got family to find.
You've got family. Hey, maybe we help you with that if you want us. You know, give us something to do.
We pick up a Holderburger on our way out.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. If it's still there, I hope no one's assassinated that friendly fellow.
Oh.
Oh, no, just watch him try. Oh,
You guys stand around for a little bit longer, but after about 10-minute wait, the bookshelf opens up once more, and the Constant appears in new clothes and in with a case. It's a small case that's padlocked and chained, and you can see arcane ruins on the chest as well. And they put it down on the table, and they look at you and they say, "That is for your master, the Count. That is for you to take back at your leisure. I will have someone meet you after you've had a good rest tonight. However, I'm quite impressed with the work you've done. And it's fair to say that you have exceeded my expectations of you." And they go into their side pocket and they pull out 4 more of these steel infinity symbols. And they hold them out in their hand to you. Say, "Please, take one each. And know that you have earned a favor from either me or my men. How you want to use it is up to you. But you will always be welcome in this city."
We appreciate your kindness. Thank you for your appreciation. Yeah, I'll take one.
Thank you.
a long day on all
Very.
accounts.
Yes.
Would you have any interest in having some fun and drawing a card?
The Constant looks at the deck and says, "This is a magical deck."
The deck of many things.
They seem to really ponder on this for a second. They look out to the window, and you can see from the window that they can see the palace from their room. And look at the palace. And they look at you guys and they say, "I still have things to do before I throw my life away at a game of chance."
Drawn 11 cards and we've been fine.
Well, I mean,
Well, please, after you.
it's only fair that everybody else matches the number that I've drawn, as I have drawn the most.
Yeah, to be fair, it was because you were discombobulated. That was... But,
I tell you what, Fluffles, I will play you again. After one of you draw a card, I will draw the next.
I mean, I've already died once.
I have a spooky shadow dragon after me.
As the
No!
card appears
Oh
in my
my
hand.
god.
You pull the card, Elijah.
Mischief.
Balance. Your alignment is switched. Do you know
God.
what your alignment was?
Who does alignment?
I don't know. I can't watch it.
You've gone
You were
from
chaotic, weren't
Chaotic
you?
neutral.
yeah.
Surely.
Oh,
So now you are now lawful neutral.
With that one.
Even further from your god.
I'll be
feel
so
like-
It was
pleased.
clearly Loki, by the way.
yeah, I feel I have left the light of my god. Maybe I need to. Maybe I need to have a conversation afterwards.
The Constant smiles, then takes a card and looks at it, and you see it burn away in their hand
Oh,
They
come
smile.
on.
to themselves.
Come on, I showed you mine. Give us a hint.
Anything fun?
Yeah.
That was the castle one, I reckon.
Seems like fate is on my side, they say.
I don't know. I feel less likely to do lovely crimes now, so maybe I'll go become a paladin or something.
Well, you can always work for me.
Good to know. Good to know.
I do actually. I'd like to cash in my favor, if that's okay.
Already?
Yes,
You are an eager dwarf.
I am. I would like access to the forge beneath the mines again.
You shall be the head of it,
Okay.
if you wish
Thank
the
you.
position.
I mean, I'll gladly take it. I will need to return to Faerun at some point to find my family. If it is all right with me to bring them back, whether they are master forgers in themselves, you could have yourself a nice little setup underneath the mountain, if you so wish.
You will be in strict competition. It'll be interesting competition. Competition breeds profit, my friend.
We would work solely for your needs.
Oh, I know. The Constant holds out their hand for the token.
I'll go to shake their hand with the token, sort of like how they do the whole pass of money thing, and do that.
They'll receive the gift and they'll pocket the token in their pocket, very sleight of handy, as if almost nothing happened. Now, my people will sort you out with room and board, and we'll be fine to your situation. Sleep well, and we will return you to Faerun. So, you head out, and you are indeed put up that evening to a wonderful rest. Who's carrying the box?
3.
Gary, of course, Gary's carrying it.
Goes in the bag.
Wonderful.
A holder burgers. That's where we go.
Could you roll me a d20, Fluffles?
Oh. 17.
17.
Don't look, Gary. Don't look.
Gary.
Come on, Gary.
Right. You guys make your way back through. And as you do so, Gary just quickly catches up with you. As you arrive at your innings. And each of you make either a perception check, or you can use your passive perception.
Make a perception check.
4.
11.
Like a better lot to think about.
13.
13 as well.
13 as well.
Yeah.
It is quite obvious, but as you make your way back to the inn in which you'll be staying in tonight, Gary's not holding the box anymore.
Gowie?
Yeah?
Where's the box, Gowie?
Oh, some nice man told me he'd take it first.
For fuck's
What nice man, Gowie?
Oh my god,
Well-
Gary.
He had golden eyes and a turban and quite a lovely beard, and you realise he's describing Bashir.
Oh, could you, Gowie?
What?
You remember
What have I
that
done?
really? You remember that dodgy stall where there were the maps and the pigeons?
But he suggested that I should give it to him, and it seemed like a good idea at the time.
Why would the cat lord would not want you to give that away, Gary?
I'm sorry.
This is the law, Gary. This is the law. I've got very religious.
As you scream and cry out, unfortunately losing the Count's box, that is where we'll end the session.
God.
Oh, Gary.
I'm by my man of holding.
It's it's a shame when you're bagged in think and also not resisting a suggestion spell.
Absolute scenes here in the city.
Well, thank you for this wonderful game that has run slightly over. Apologies. But thank you for being part of tonight's show, guys. If you enjoyed tonight, we play every Monday, Tuesday from 6 p.m. UK time. And on Fridays, we have 2 Talk Together shows. We have Talk Together, or Talking is a Free Action. And again, that's from 6 p.m. UK time. All of our shows are now streamed at twitch.tv/RollTogetherRPG. And they're also available on podcasts everywhere. Just search Roll Together RPG and you'll find it. Massive thank you to our D20 Club on Patreon. There'll be a link in chat now, so do join them. Every penny helps make all the content that we do make. So thank you very much once again to those wonderful D20 people. There'll also be a link in chat, so check that out if you want to join. A big thanks again to our sponsors and supporters, and don't forget we're all over social media as well together RPG. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Oh, or will we? What could happen? We'll never know.
Bye.
Bye.